You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast.
I believe, dude. I'm a believer.
249 for glory. That's it. Nothing.
No.
Something.
Oh, yeah, it's not nothing.
It's not nothing.
But it's
something.
But it's basically we start again. We go again. It's 0-all, boys.
It is 0-all, boys. I hope to God that that's what they're saying. I believe that's what they're saying.
Of course that's what they're fucking saying.
But they need to believe it, Tom.
No, well, they do.
There's a difference between saying it and believing it.
Yes. I think that I believe it.
They need to believe it's 0-all. Because 249
That's
for
doable.
glory.
It's still a chase. It's not nothing. It's still a chase.
But because
England doing everything they can to cheat, getting a new ball, fucking pieces of shit. Spirit of cricket, what a load of shit. That ball looked very shiny, but like I think they believe.
the 384 or whatever, that in isolation, big chase. Biggest ever at the Oval.
Yeah.
I think 8th biggest all time. But 249, piece of piss.
Mate,
People chase 249 every other day.
We might do that without loss.
You know what? I went to bed. I was up late last night. Obviously, the Logies finished late. Shout out to Australia's Night of Nights.
Well, shout out to Sonia Kruger.
Shout out to Sonia Kruger, who was trying to be funny when she went after Hamish Blake, but people didn't fucking think it was funny. And she's had to come out today sort of like backing down for it, which that's Australian television.
That is, but it's Australian television because people actually thought she was being serious. Like people, like I was reading the paper today, and on the Men's Women's Weekly website, it was like the cultural writer, cultural and arts guy, and it's some fucking absolute poon who's taking the Logies too seriously, and he's like, geez, the night was good, but geez, it ended badly with Sonia Kruger's fucking speech. I'm like, the poor bitch has been on the wines all night, probably. And I don't mean she was drunk, but like you're sitting there nervous, and she gets up there in front of all these people and has a speech, which I actually didn't think was that bad. Like, it wasn't that funny, but it wasn't like the worst speech I'd ever heard. There was a couple other ones that were fucking disgraceful.
There was some worse ones in there.
Way worse. And she just got a bit nervous. She also said some funny shit. And I was just like, whatever. Who gives a fuck? It's the Logies.
People took it too seriously, which is the problem.
That is the problem.
Because that's the Logies.
But that's also kind of what's good about it, is that people do take it too seriously. You're like, it's the Logies,
That's why I watched it. Because watching that many people take it so seriously was just...
Well, see, I wasn't watching it.
Bringing me so much joy.
I wasn't watching it. And then you were like, and our friends of the Batuta Advocate were there.
Well, that's because when they put the photo in the group, I'm like, oh, that's why I'm going.
Yes.
To watch it. Going to watch it's the wrong terminology. But I was like, I'll put the Logies on. And then I've obviously got the fucking Ashes on my laptop on my lap. But the Logies is on.
You put Logies on big TV?
Because the family was watching.
Okay, right. Yep. I had cricket on big TV, Logies on the iPad. But once you told me you were like, you better be watching the Logies. I was like, well, fuck, now I kind of have to. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, and then I just couldn't stop messaging you about it every 2 seconds. I was like, Jesus Christ.
It was so good.
This shit is fucking insane.
It's actually it's fucking weirdly addictive.
No, it's addictive.
Logies.
It goes till 11:30 at night. I'd tell you what the worst part of the night was, and like, in terms of it goes so long, and you're like, this
way
is
too long.
But then when you get to the Logie, Daryl Summers,
bro, Daryl.
Wow. Everyone's like just announced the fucking award.
Daryl went on and on, and he actually at one point. This was probably the cringiest part of the night. I know we've deflected from the Ashes.
Sorry, but
we're going to get some Logies stuff off our chest. He starts trying to take bids off people. Like, oh, do you want to bid? Like, I'll announce you as the winner if you fucking... And he did this live bid thing. And I'm like, he's not going to go on and on and on through every nominee doing this.
He basically did. And everyone's like, dude, can we just go and get on the Red Bulls, please? Like, we've been here all night.
I think it was like 11:40.
It was. I was looking at it, I'm going, this is insanity. Because I was obviously doing my bit for the nation, and I refused to go to bed until the cricket's finished or the rain delay, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm going, this thing might go longer than the cricket.
Yeah.
The cricket might finish before the fucking Logies.
It was unbelievable. Daryl's up there going, oh, when I got accepted my award from my hero, Graham Kennedy, I mean, they were serving breakfast flat. No laughs.
No one laughed. And then it's like, oh, yeah, no, did I mention that I won the gold Logie before at the longest ever Logies? And no one knew who won the gold Logie because no one's away. And you're just like, Daryl, For fuck's sake, mate. And then he also...
He was up there 15 minutes.
He also calls in the guy to give him the fucking... Why didn't you walk out with that, Daryl? The envelope. What are you big dogging for?
Because he wanted a big dog.
He wanted a big dog. He's like, bring out the fucking... It's like, Daryl.
Daryl, come on, mate. You were big fucking 3 decades
Listen,
ago.
and shout out to you. Hey, it's Saturday. For those of you that don't... Did you guys ever see Hey, it's... You wouldn't have, would you?
You wouldn't have. No,
no way.
I remember when they brought it back and then...
I'm talking about the original.
No, this is the original. Saturday, Hey, it's Saturday. Back when you could actually get away with having someone Saturday night that people would watch.
There's actually some stuff that they rolled out that... hasn't dated well.
Well, at the time, I think that we as a nation didn't entirely understand the inappropriateness of blackface. Thankfully, Harry Connick Jr., a man from, I believe, America's South, a white man, but a man who knew better and was like, that's racist as fuck. You're all blackfaced and Michael Jackson. Anyway, that's Daryl Summers bringing a very long end to what was a very long night. Shout out to Sonia Kruger. I did put a congratulations to her up on our Instagram, Eddie.
Did you?
Because I was watching the cricket, but I was also watching the Logies.
Were you a class act?
But I tagged some random chick called Sonia because I wasn't going to go searching for Sonia's handle. So Sonia Klaus, I think, everyone started going, you tagged the wrong Sonia. I'm like, fuck, sue me. I got my Sonias mixed up at 11:40 at night.
Well, and the rest.
You know what I mean?
It was just about midnight by that point.
It's fucking, and then the boys are doing a job. Like, I'm trying to just give Sonia some fucking flowers here. I've picked the wrong Sonia, but like, she'll see the message.
She'll keep.
Yeah, you tagged Sonia Kraus, who is the German host of Wheel of Fortune.
There you go.
Oh, shit.
Still a host.
Still a host and still a Sonia.
Yeah, and blonde.
So, shoot me.
It could have been worse.
Shoot him.
Yeah, don't shoot me, but you could.
Point is, Logies was great. So was the fucking cricket, punters and dribblers.
Cricket was great.
Now,
Cricket was great.
That was basically a very long-winded way of saying, Tom, that as I lay there last night, having digested the Logies, having digested none for 135, it was reflection time for me.
Yep.
As I wound down, had the London radar on one screen, and I was just winding down.
Yep.
And I thought to myself, could you imagine if two best mates made a pact with each other to chase the total themselves?
Yeah. Let's do it.
A pact, Tom.
Same age. Well, it's similar to the pact that you and I have made to each other that tonight we're going to watch it all together.
Well, because two best mates here, we've made a pact.
We've made a pact.
I just want them to have made a similar pact. If not the same pact.
The exact same one. We're going to get it done.
Because we'll be up all night. They'll be up
all day, night. But like night for us, it's all relative. But it's more important for us, like that we're doing it for them.
Yes.
And Dave's a friend. We've let Dave know we're in.
Dave, we're in. But listen, you could tell last night that they're in.
Oh yeah,
Usman's in.
But
David's in too.
David's in. Now listen, what I also don't want to do, Eddie, is get too ahead of ourselves or high on our own supply. I was trying to keep myself very calm, very measured. Dave got a 50 handshake. Thank you, David. Let's move on.
No, there's no celebrations.
No, I'm not pulling your pants.
But they weren't celebrating either.
No, they weren't. But no one's willies are getting put in anyone's mouths yet.
No, not yet. It's not time for. Listen. I'll start sucking dicks when the job's done.
Listen, I'll start doing my vocal warm-ups and, stretching the lips, as it were. Such will be the size of the job at hand.
Yeah.
If I've got to start sucking after a victory, I'll do it.
Big job,
but a job that you and I are prepared to do, but I'm not doing it before the job's done.
Well, job needs to be done before I'll do a job. No. Simple as that. Job not done.
No, job's not done.
Job not done, 249.
But you're right, two
That's
mates,
the job.
two young friends made a promise to each other.
Well, we assume they did.
Yes.
But you and I have definitely made one.
No, we
assume they've made one.
It's going to be live. We're going to live stream the entire fucking thing. I mean, so if you're and like that, the nation needs. Certainly me. I've got no AM for a reason. I stay up late when the fucking whips are cracking.
Think about this just for a second, just for a moment. Are you telling me that it's impossible that two best mates can't go out there tonight and get 125 each? 125 each?
That's all it is.
125 each?
We start again.
It's not crazy.
We start
That's
again.
not crazy.
I'm pretty sure at some point, I remember watching, was it fucking Langer and Hayden get 200 each? That could be a complete lie. I did implant the memory of my sister auditioning for Power Rangers in my own brain. So, like, I don't know whether I'm making that up, but I swear to God, Langer and Hayden
Yep.
got double tons once. Maybe in Adelaide. Maybe I'm making it up.
Maybe you are. Not the point. Point
125 easy.
Point is, two brothers have made a pact to score 125 each tonight. That's what they've done. That's the pact they've made to each other. A promise. Now, England will try and break that promise.
Yeah, they will.
Try and break the will of the nation. But there were plenty of people out there, okay? Plenty of people. Not us, but plenty of others who thought that the spirit was already broken. The nation's back had been broken, metaphorically.
Yes.
And physically. It hasn't been.
No, it hasn't.
As evidenced by the none for 135 last night. That's the evidence you need. That's all the evidence you need.
And we've got more than enough time, which I like. We've got fuckloads of time.
And the forecast looks better today than it did yesterday, Tom. That's what I've been led to believe.
Yeah, maybe a bit of drizz here and there, but even then, and listen, I want to...
But Drizz keeps the ball dull. We like Drizz.
We like drizz. I obviously want us to just go out there and chase damn runs, right? That'd be nice. But if it just shits down with rain, that's like the lesser of a few evils that could happen.
Listen, let's look in the hierarchy of Maslow's hierarchy of needs.
Yep. Or is it the punter and dribbler's hierarchy of needs?
Well, in terms of the punter and dribbler's hierarchy of needs, retain, earn, tick, that's done.
Well, that'd be lower, wouldn't it? Because
the
top one what you need?
We need to go home with the fucking earn.
Yeah, that's the base of the base. Fucking. We just need to at least retain.
A win, Ashes win, next. And then the greatest Ashes run chase of all time. Yep. That's the hierarchy. If God be good, we can get all three.
Yes.
Thanks for coming.
God willing.
God willing. We'll need God on our side tonight. Punters, dribblers know that.
Yeah. There was a part of me that saw the BBC putting up a photo of our fucking stay in your crease jumpers, and I was like, "Is this a good omen or a bad omen?" I couldn't tell. I was trying to read the omenry within that, and I'm not sure. Now I'm starting to think it's a good omen.
Well, I read the comments. And I was like, this is just a bunch of salty, weak English boys having a fucking sook.
They're
because I want to shut those fuckers up so bad.
So bad, dude.
So bad. If we chase this, right, 249, that's all nothing, fuck all. If we can chase that, so doable, then it'll shut every single one of those loudmouth little fucking pricks up.
Yeah.
And that'll get me through the next 4 or 5 years.
You know what I may do if we do win, just because of the spiteful nature of, Ashes cricket, is go and reply to every single one of them.
Yeah. Get that fucking dog up.
Just go suck on that one, you fucking loser. I might do that. I might not. Humble in victory and defeat, you know what I mean? But
depends.
It does depend.
It's so set up tonight, Tom. The narrative and the yarn. This would go down one of the great series all time, one of the great wins all time, if we can pull it off, one of the great chases all time, if we can do it.
I just want to be able to exist in that.
But David Warner, back against the wall, averages fuck all in England.
Never scored a ton over in England.
He's retiring. Could you imagine if this was it? If this was his swan song, see you later, bows to the crowd.
But it's Stuart Broad retiring, trying to kill David Warner's career with it. He's trying to retire Dave at the same time he retires himself.
But then Warner trying to get the last hurrah.
Trying to get the last hurrah
fuck you.
With this epic run chase. And imagine getting your first ton whilst, it could be,
Sorry, pants fell down.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, your first ton with your best mate who you've made a fucking promise to, a blood oath.
A blood oath.
A blood oath. We might have to do a blood oath before the
blood oath. A bloody oath.
Yeah, a bloody oath. Maybe just with some Bloody Marys, though, because I don't want to cut myself.
Well, a bloody oath doesn't need to be blood.
That's a great point.
Like bloody oath.
Yeah, it's a bloody oath pact. No, that's way easier. That's way easier.
That's more in line with. I'm not cutting myself.
No, I don't want to.
I'll bloody oath you.
Yeah, I'll bloody oath you. I was gonna say I'd just do one of those diabetic finger pricks, and we could just do a bloody oath. But I'm not fucking.
Yeah, but that's not the Australian way of bloody oath.
No, so you want to then we got to fucking slice our palms? Golly. I'll throw up all over that hand if that happens. I'll tell you that much. There's no way I'm doing that.
What, you wouldn't do it for the nation?
Of course I would, mate. I'd let you spit in my mouth for the nation. Nah, if it was a guaranteed series victory, I'd let you golly right down the back of my throat. Anyway,
God.
I've lost my train of thought. But David Warner has a chance to etch his name into just absolute cricketing Ashes Australian folklore and history. And
we'll be talking about that until the cows come home.
That's what I mean, dude. These things happen sometimes, right? These moments in sport happen where amazing shit happens, where crazy shit happens. Unlikely comebacks or unlikely wins or just heroic moments. And I'm just like, I want to experience and exist and live through it and have it go my way.
I'll tell you what I've noticed in this series more than anything. And grade cricket have said just about as much.
Shout out to them. Test match special now unlistenable because they're all such fucking English cucks.
Yeah, but it was a great listen today.
I still listen to it.
Is that what you think was going to happen in this series hasn't. It's almost been the absolute opposite, right? Like England, the first test looked like they're going to win, but then Australia wins, right? We fucking look like we're going to wrap up the series because it's 2-0 down, then we get humped 3-0. It looks like they're going to pump us.
3-0?
No, it looks like we're going to get the third test, but then they go out and they come over the top of it headingly. Then it looks like we're going to maybe go behind at Manchester, then it rains. Then we
were behind fucking.
Then it looks like we're going to get fucking pumped in this test. But then we're ahead. But then we're behind again. The most unlikely outcome here, Tom, is that two brothers make a pact,
a bloody
oath, and go on and chase one of the great fucking totals all time. That's the unlikely, but now mostly likely. Because of its unlikeliness.
Yes,
scenario.
the least likely it is means that it's more likely, which if you go too far into it will wrap you up in a pretzel. But right now, there's just nothing off the table. And I fucking love it. It's been terrific, dude. It's been terrific. Now, Stuart Broad retire. Can I be gracious? Permission to be gracious for a second?
You can be gracious, yeah.
I'm going to miss Stuart Broad. I fucking hate him. He's a shit bloke. You know what I mean? He's an English cuck.
He's been great for the Ashes.
I'm going to miss that gangly blonde fuck. I am. He's good. He's a good player. He likes to. He gets the atmosphere going. You know, a lot of English people generally, and I don't block your ears, English people. A lot of English people are just boring fucks with weird accents, right? Like he keeps it exciting. He gets the crowd going.
He does. He trundles in. He takes wickets. He pumps people up. He doesn't walk.
He makes you not like. He wears a headband.
He swings the bat all right. Like he's got a fucking ton to his name. I think his top score's like 180.
I think he was a good batter early on, or he focused more on it early on. He got a 6 off his last ball.
He loves the Ashes as well. Like he fucking loves the Ashes. And what better way for us to send him out than with a loss?
Yeah.
I mean, what better way?
Yeah.
Just remind him on the way out, Stuart Broad, listen, brother, you've had a fucking pretty good career. You've had a great career. You've won some Ashes, you've lost some Ashes. But we need to remind you on the way out that Australia will always be your daddy.
Well,
that's what we need to remind you.
If we would have beat him here, he would have only won 2 series against Australia. Would that be fair?
I don't think. Where'd you get that from?
Well, I'm just trying.
He's played 16 years or so.
No, but you're right. But I'm just trying. How many series?
He's played 8 series.
How many series in Australia?
8th.
So he's won 1 in Australia,
and then he's won 1 draw, 1 win. Let's go 3 loss, 4. If he loses this, it's probably 4 losses, 3 wins and a draw. I think.
Great. Let's get that. Let's give him a losing Ashes record.
So, but we need to win this series.
So, yes, we do.
Dave will.
I think it might be 4 wins. So when did he debut again?
I don't know. You're telling me. I'm pretty sure this is his 8th series.
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I think I heard that last time.
Yeah, so he's at least 2015 England won, 2013, 2010, 2011, which was the only series in Australia, and then 2009 if he was playing in that series. He debuted in Test in 2007, so he probably would have played that 2009 series. So 4 wins. 4 wins, the rest of them losses. And 1 draw.
How many losses?
Do we include this one?
Not yet.
No,
we're not counting chicken.
This is pending.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. 3 losses, 4 wins.
Okay, so it's actually just make it 4 and 4.
And a draw.
Which
was basically ours.
That's a loss, so it'll be 5.
Because that was earned retained in.
Okay. So he's currently at 4-4. If you win this one, it's 5-4.
Correct.
Oh, fuck, Eddie, I want to win. Those pricks changing the ball. I'm sorry to go back to it. Like, why?
They changed it after it hit the helmet.
Why?
And went for fork. They just might have said it was damaged.
That's horse shit, though, right?
That's my memory of it. I'm pretty sure it hit Warner in the head.
Remember no, it was at Khawaja.
And it went for 4. Was that a different one when it hit fucking Warner? on the full.
No, it was
That was
after
a beamer.
Kawaja.
That was a beamer from
That was
Jimmy
Jimmy.
Anderson.
yeah,
On the full. So it was the Kawaja one?
yeah, it was the Kawaja one. Yeah.
What, and they changed the ball?
Well, it must have been damaged.
Again, I was getting distracted by. I must have been distracted by a phenomenal Logies acceptance speech, or also the people who introduced like the next award, which I find like. I mean, there's no reason for you to ever be at the Logies, and
McKenny? Is it McKenny?
Oh, Todd McKenny doing
Todd
the dancing
McKenna?
number for best reality show.
And you brought it up like brilliantly. Imagine being a backup dancer for Todd McKenna tonight.
That would have been tough. And that's no judgment. Everyone's just trying to have a crack and do the damn thing. I respect that. It's more about me here. I would fucking prefer to do almost anything
You're
else.
inserting yourself into it.
Yes.
And the thought of you having to be a backup dancer for Todd McKenna at the Night of Nights.
At the Night of Nights, Jesus Christ. Todd McKenny, I barely know who he is. You know what I mean? Like, but you're doing the fucking.
Well, I know him. I'm certain he was on Dancing with the Stars. Was that where he got his break?
Yeah,
No,
he was a judge on Dancing with the Stars.
I
Yeah,
remember
that's what I
Todd McKenny from a more controversial period in his life where
Yes.
he got found
Rush
with
Cutters
GHB
Bay.
on Rush Cutters Bay Park.
Yes.
Which, to be honest, is play on within, like, he wasn't doing anything wrong. He was just
No, he's just down there looking for a.
good time.
That's right.
He's bit of a coincidence here. His first girlfriend at the age of 12 was Sonia Kruger.
Right.
I don't know if that to me doesn't seem believable. I feel like it's
No, it doesn't.
It's in his Wikipedia. There's a
Yeah,
But do we believe Wikipedia?
well,
Is he?
I thought he was gay.
he is.
Is he out as gay?
Yeah, he's out. Yeah,
Surely, right.
Yeah, but that he was 12 years old.
No, well, that's
We're
it.
not,
doesn't
talking,
stuff
I'm not talking about that.
No.
Just bringing it up.
I mean, not that all song and dance men are of the homosexual persuasion.
No, well, Hugh Jackman's not.
Hugh Jackman's not. Todd is.
Todd is.
Todd
Yeah.
is.
Todd.
So the fact that him and Sonia Kruger dated at the age of 12,
Yep.
obviously that raises some eyebrows.
It does. Just an early beard.
Punters and Dribblers, the podcast this week brought to you by our good friends at Ned's. Now, they want us to let you know that you can win a UFC 293 Ned's level experience for you and three mates. That UFC 293 is in Sydney, for those of you that don't know. The prize includes 4 VIP tickets, dinner cruise, flights and accommodation, transport for the weekend. It truly is, Eddie, the ultimate dribbler experience.
That's unbelievable. Imagine getting a dinner cruise out to the Biffs. Fucking oath.
Yes,
Or maybe
please.
the dinner cruise is on the way back. Probably
Who cares, dude? Just a cruise with some food.
Just a cruise. You can't beat it. So head to www.neds.com.au/UFC-competition. It's not a dash. Was that a dash?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's a dash.
It's a dash. Now,
hyphen dash.
Dash, hyphen, dash.
hyphen dash, you get the drill.
New South Wales permit number NTP/06995, ACT permit number 23/01138.
Excludes South Australia. Eligibility requirements do apply. T's and C's apply and available on website.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on screen or visit the website. Anyway, I had to go back to the Logies. That's obviously why I missed the reason for the ball change.
I'm probably going to go back to the Logies throughout this episode.
That's
just so
fucking,
you know.
yeah, sorry, dude.
Just
Sorry.
so you know.
It's podcasting's night of nights.
Did you see our friend's message about the guest he was sitting next to being like, oh, this is the furthest back I've ever been from the stage? Do you reckon that was sincere?
I don't know. If it was, that's awkward.
It's so awkward.
Very
if it was.
awkward. If
To
it
which
was.
our mate replied,
This is the closest.
this is the closest I've ever been. I'm not going to say who the other person was.
No. And our mates, unfortunately, may have already outed early on in
And
the
there's
show.
no way you could guess who it was either because there's so many people that could fall into the category of saying something like that.
Yeah, but
you
I
know
guess
what I
all you'd
mean?
need to do is just try and work out where our mates were sitting and then,
How would you work that out?
well, I don't know. You'd have to be a loser, but you could still try and find it.
God, it was good stuff last night.
Yeah,
Did you happen to catch what's his name? He's on today. Carl, his joke about
Oh, that bomb, dude.
bumps with
Yeah, with Koshi.
Koshi.
Bumps. That was tough.
It was
That was
bad.
that
Real
was
bad.
tough. But then the host goes, the Seagate are doing
Tours
down to where fucking
That
Carl's
joke is. That was actually pretty good.
That was good.
That was actually his
because it
best.
sunk. I actually thought he was all right, that guy, Sam Pang.
He was.
I didn't mind him. Considering what you were looking at, I tell you what, not a big G-flip guy, but that chick can drum her ass off.
She's great.
She can drum.
In terms of, like, she was impressive.
Not she.
Shh, okay, David.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, cool. But, I mean, if you just say nothing, I'm sure G-flip's not going to be like, hey, fucking some guy said G-flip can drum on the podcast. Just relax. Phenomenal drummer. Singing and drumming at the same time is fucking hard at the best of times.
I was singing that looked hard. Looked real hard.
Yeah. Incredible.
I love the performances at the Logies.
Oh, they're always good.
They're so good.
Yeah. That Peking
Amy
duck,
Shark brought the house down.
I didn't see Amy. I missed Amy. I tell you what, that fucking Peking duck guy does not skip a day in the gym. Guy on the guitar, he's all fucking yoked.
Oh, yeah, he was yoked.
Dude, yoked.
Very yoked.
He's jacked.
Yeah. Big boy.
Yeah. I respect it.
Of course, mate. We're shredding at the moment, so I've got to respect people that are yoked.
Yeah. Did a bit. Did you exercise on the weekend? No, I did a little bit yesterday. Don't worry about it.
Did you?
Yeah, just
Good
nothing.
for you, bro.
Just a little bit here and there. Eddie, fucking 125 each is all we need from two blood brothers.
That's it. Who have made a bloody oath.
Yeah.
That's it. It's all we need. 125 each, nothing. Like, it's something, obviously. I'm not an idiot. But it's not crazy. It's not crazy.
No.
If you saw your openers go out and bake 125 each, you go, that's a good day, but it's not crazy.
It's not crazy.
It's not like lock me up, put me in a mental asylum, straight jacket sort of stuff. It's not Leo in Shutter Island stuff.
No,
it's not.
No, it's just not.
It's just not. It's two brothers who have made a pact, daring to dream.
Yeah. And I'm daring to dream.
I've chosen to believe.
No, that's true. Yeah, it's not a dream. I believe.
Max, friend of the show, in the group chat last night was like, are we believing, gentlemen? Do we believe?
I thought you weren't believing. I almost wanted to just delete you. You were like, mate, we aren't chasing those runs. I was like, excuse me, Edward?
Yeah. Today.
Yeah.
Because
we were talking about fucking clarify
we're talking about the context of tonight.
I was talking about it all, buddy. I want it all.
Are we live streaming tonight?
Yeah. We're doing it. Now, I mean, like, tune in if you want. I don't give a fuck, but we're going to be here. Because we've made a bloody oath.
We've made a bloody oath.
Yeah.
And we have to see it through.
Seeing it through, we're going to sit here and...
Do they start earlier?
No.
In England, ever?
Why would they start earlier?
Because we've lost overs.
Oh.
They might.
Because we start early in Australia.
Yeah, we do.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Can you look into that,
I don't
Dave?
remember them starting earlier last time.
Yeah, but they're fucking...
That's what I mean.
Mate, it's one thing that's actually grinded my gears about cricket, generally speaking, especially in Australia. If we lose overs, right, to rain, start earlier. The sun's up and it's bright.
It's
in
hot.
the sky at 8 o'clock in the morning. We don't need to start at 11.
Speaking of the weather, Eddie, can I touch on it for a second? Bit springy at the moment. Well, you weren't in Sydney on the weekend.
I heard.
Very springy,
Well,
dude.
it was springy when I left on Saturday morning. It was springy.
Springy. I was sneezing, which is always a good sign. Like, spring's arrived when... spring's like here a bit earlier when I start to fucking hay fever up. And it's been fucking me in the ass the last couple of days.
There'll be a couple more fucking get a big cold dog up.
Oh, big time. Yeah.
There'll be some in August that'll get you, and there'll be one more... one more fuck you from September. I can promise
spring
you that.
likes to pop its little head in early, just check who's home, and then winter comes back. I had to really go through. I was like, wait, when are we? Does winter finish in
August?
July?
Finishes
No, I
in
know it finishes in August, but I'm thinking, but for the hay fever sufferers out there, you will know that just because it's not spring yet technically. Hay fever comes. Hay fever comes early. I'm going to have to start blasting shit up my nose again soon. You know, you want to get a nice base coat on before the real pollen starts getting into its work. But springy, mate. Very springy, very warm, very nice, like shorts, T-shirt, get me in the ocean sort of gear.
I feel like it's been a short winter.
Well, technically we've only had 2 months.
That's how it feels to me. I'm talking about coldness. If we're talking about coldness, just forget the months, forget the seasons, just... coldness. Don't feel like we've had much.
There hasn't been that much cold.
It hasn't been that cold either.
There's been some days it's been freezing.
Yes, but not that many.
No.
Just thought I'd mention that.
No, it's good. They're getting easier to deal with.
By the way, I don't think they will start early in England. Apparently, they don't start early in England, but there will be 98 overs to play.
Yes.
So I think they can go a bit later.
So they'll probably go an extra, what? They'll bowl them slowly, so they won't bowl them on time. So I'll finish at probably 3:45 maybe in the morning if it goes the whole time.
I think they can play up till 7:30 England
Why
time.
the fuck did the first test go till like 4? The one where I stayed up, dug in. One where I got my OAM, I was up till fucking 5, I think.
Yeah, but then was there hours lost that day?
I don't think so. It'd go longer than 3.
Maybe they can add some more if there's going to be a result potentially.
Not on the last day. They can't add more overs on the last day, but they can make up overs.
Yeah, but we lost more than 8 overs though.
Yeah.
We lost fucking 60 basically.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
I don't know. This is just cricket stuff.
No, I heard that. I heard that on Test Match Special that they were only going to bowl 98 overs. They always bowl them slowly, so you add an extra half an hour plus the extra 8, so that gets you to about 3:45.
It's worth noting as well. Moeen Ali injured as fuck. Apparently, is it Mark Wood? I think's also looking a bit sore.
Well, Mark Wood,
he came off after his few overs.
Yeah. Side strainy. Joe Root, they went after Joe. I tell you what, if the rain didn't come down at the drinks break in the middle session, the fucking boys were in a mood. We could be chasing 170.
Dude, that's probably you can't complain at all. We're none for whatever we are, but that was starting to go after Smoke and Joe.
Yeah, he went for you. I think he went for 12 or 16 and one over, that weak English cuck. And, he looked like one too. He looked like he was sat in a corner watching his missus.
Looks like he wears nappies, wet ones too.
Yeah, it does. He does. Joe's a great batter.
Dude, no knocking Joe as a batter.
And he takes scalps, but he was getting pounded last night. It's as simple as that. Now, 8 o'clock, punters and dribblers, that's Eastern Standard Time. We will be here. We will be in our fineries, prepared to go down the ship if need be.
Do we rock
prepared
whites?
to save it. We rock that.
Stay in the crease, but do I need whites?
Don't overthink it, buddy.
I'm not overthinking it. I'm trying to think about fucking getting the job done here. Overthink it, Edward. Do I wear whites to the stream when we're chasing one of the great chasers of all time?
Should we wear our test jumpers?
Fucking oath we should, but we got to wear these too. I'm just saying I might need to get some whites before then. Don't have to send Dave to Rebel Sport.
And our baggies.
Yes,
mine's
our
at home.
fucking baggies.
Remind me to bring it.
Mine's here. And maybe...
they're not white, they're creams, really.
But you know what I'm fucking saying. Now who's overthinking it?
Well, because whites is English.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Well...
No, but you do.
Creams.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
Creams. Big night ahead. Boys are nervous.
Yeah.
Boys are nervous.
Big week ahead for us as well. We've got the Hacker Major on Friday. Very horny for that. Our chat with Willie Mason that was out on SEN last week, that's out now on the YouTube channel and the podcast channel, the full. And then we've got Matt Rogers tomorrow night dropping on SEN 8 p.m. Actually fucking loved yarning with Matty. It was a Zoom, so I assume Tobler has been able to, through the magic of editing, remove any of the fucking internet issues we had. But...
is that the case?
Yeah, we'll be able to edit all around it.
Well, it sounds like he hasn't done it yet, but I hope.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it does. Sounds like he's going to edit this show today, and then he's going to have a full night on the tools as we watch a cricket.
Watch We Boy the Boys.
Yeah.
Just put us on a single cam so you don't have to live cut.
Yeah, and then tomorrow morning maybe, on no sleep, he'll try and edit.
Because it could be a big night, boys.
Yeah, it's like sleep on the couch sort of stuff. Is there anything from the cricket we haven't touched on, Eddie, that you wanted to touch on, that you feel like we need to touch on?
I think it's been said. Like, I don't want to overcomplicate it. I think that's probably most important and worth reminding the punter and the dribbler that when it comes to epic run chases, even though 249 is not epic, and that's how we're choosing to frame this.
Yes.
We need to just keep it simple. Stupid. KISS. KISS.
Kiss
FM. Keep it simple, stupid. Like, it's very simple. Tom and I rock up, put the stream on, sit down in our fineries. We've made a blood pact, a blood oath, a bloody oath.
Yeah.
and we just get on with the job.
Yep.
And all David and Usman need to come out and do, this is it. Come out, score when the ball's there to be fucking hit, otherwise defend, get you 125, and fuck off.
Yeah.
That's each.
Leave the good balls, defend the good balls, put away the bad balls.
Yeah, 125.
Punish the bad balls.
Nothing. Like, put it this way, Warner. Go out there and face 150 seeds. Don't overcomplicate it.
No, it's a simple.
Don't overcomplicate it.
No.
I'd be saying to Usman, you faced over 1,000 balls this series. More than, like, what's he face? Fucking 1,200 maybe. Go out there and face 150 more balls.
Maybe.
Go at 75, 80. Job done.
Thanks for coming.
Job done.
No wicks.
No wicks. Moeen, fucking shot. Mark Wood, strained out the arse. Joe Root, weak. English boy.
Stokes, fucking basically.
He hasn't bowled an overall fucking
No,
series.
he can't bowl because he can't because he's injured.
He's weak.
And it's nice they're not chasing. I feel like the English don't know what they're doing when they're not chasing.
150. 150 balls.
Okay.
That's keeping it simple.
Okay.
It's keeping it simple, stupid.
See you on the stream.
See you on the stream.
It's going to be. It's also not going to be whatever. Fuck it. I'll see you on the stream. See you on the stream.
Keep it simple. Keep it simple, stream. Kiss.
Yeah. Well, it's a bloody oath stream, but whatever.
But keeping it simple.
No, we keep it simple, but it's a bloody oath. We won't be drinking either. I promise me. I promise you that. There'll be no tequila consumed.
Sure.
Eddie, Rugby League. When we talk Rugby League, it is obviously thanks to our good friends at KO.
Yeah.
All games live and ad-free during play. That was aggressive. If you didn't have KO, then you wouldn't have been able to have seen Daly Cherry Evans' 300th game on the weekend, right?
Yeah, you would have missed it.
You would have missed it.
You would have missed one of the famous wins in the history of rugby league football. Hadn't won at the ground since 2003.
Yeah, 2003. The same game, I believe I was reading today, was when Trent Barrett was slapped in the face by his coach / former teammate of like 2 months ago, Nathan Brown.
Was that then?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, what does a fucking famous club do for a famous captain having a famous game? We have a famous win, and we fucking humped the Dragons 24-18. Listen, you just want to bank wins sometimes, you know what I mean? Against a shit side like the Dragons, also shout out to the Mad Dragon talking all that smack before the game. Where the fuck are you but now, mate? I haven't heard a thing from him. Haven't heard a thing from the Mad Dragon since we fucked up his loser side when he wasn't even watching because he was fucking not a
Well, he's
real
gone
fan.
underground, mate.
Yeah, he's gone underground.
He's gone underground. It's as simple as that.
Now, you just, like, as a shit club like the Dragons, a DMC, like, you just want to get the win by any means necessary. And we looked in patches, right? Like, you know, our form has been indifferent this season, but when the exciting thing about Manly is when we put it all together, we are fucking beautiful to watch.
Unstoppable.
Unstoppable. I want to give a little shout out as well to Jason Saab, who, much like Neo in The Matrix, I feel like he's starting to believe. Like, he's obviously, critics have been like, oh, he's not, like, powerful or strong enough. Like, when he's returning, for, like, kick returns, he gets fucking pumped.
But he's been coming back from a nasty injury, and these things take time.
But he's also put on a couple of fucking,
Rugby league kilos?
Couple of rugby league kilos, Eddie. And a couple of times going down the wing, he's backing his pace is not the issue. It's backing his strength. To set up Cola's try, he's just hammering it down the ring, palmed two guys off and then hooks it back into Cola. Like, it was fucking beautiful. And then for his own try, just burnt past the Sloan again, but, like, just pushed him away.
After burners on, see you later sort of
He was
stuff.
good, dude. He was really good. The try Ruben Garrick scored was hectic. Shuey had a good game. Can we get some personal stats up, please?
Shuey did have a good game.
He had a good game. Like, we had some error, like, the fact they scored a try against us when they were a man down. Like, Manly like to let teams back into the fucking contest. 13 tackles, one line break, 2 line break assists, 2 tackle breaks.
1 try assist, obviously.
Do you have any misses?
Tackles would be... Oh, yeah, tackles here, no missed tackle.
Two.
Two
missed tackles.
None.
It's okay.
That's okay. 18 tackles made, 2 misses. But what I've noticed with Schuster in the last few weeks, and this may be like confirmation bias, I'm looking at Croker's 61 tackles in his 100th game as well. Shout out to Crokes. Shoestar has started running the ball a bit more, I've noticed. Like just, everyone's like, we just need him to do some tough stuff first. Run hard, tackle hard, then do the stuff that only the blind can do.
You gotta earn your blindness.
Yeah, you do. You got to earn your blind man moves. And I feel like there's a little bit more of that in his game. But he basically, the Garrick try was just this. I think we're the second best team in the comp for tries, for long-range tries. It's like the Broncos and us, something like that. Like, we can make shit happen.
That makes sense. Well, because we play with a little bit more passion in that way, Prepare to chance our arm a bit more, Tom.
We also wig out close to the line, it would seem. But again, Matt Lodge, dude, I like the Matt Lodge signing. He's a big, thick fucking presence in our forward
Which we needed badly.
We needed it, dude. And we're still, we've got a few of these big boys out from last week, but like Matt Lodge is a big, thick boy.
He's huge, and I'm loving him in maroon and white. He looks great. It really works with his complexion.
It does.
I just think at the end of the day, punters and dribblers, you might be like, "What are you fucking two losers going on about? You only just beat the Dragons." Incorrect. Incorrect. When we put it together, we were elite, best in class, can't be bested. There was some lapses in concentration, sure, but you've got to understand when you're going up against a hoodoo, punters and dribblers, a hoodoo. Not a hoodoo guru, just a hoodoo.
Yes, not the hoodoo gurus.
No, not going up against them.
No, well, they're an Australian institution.
That's right. Going up against a hoodoo at Wynn Stadium in Wollongong against the Dragons, where we hadn't won for 9 straight fucking games, I think. Not since 2003. Not since Trent Barrett got bashed by his mate. Like, it was against us, right? It was all against us. And we go out there in Skip's 300th, Croker's 100th, and we get the job done. That's all you can ask. That's all you can ask. 2 points. 2 rugby league points.
A back 5 there, Eddie. Ruben, 139. Saab, 194. Brady Parks didn't have a lot of meters, but he defended his red dick off. Cooler, 144. Tuapolotu, 113. Like, we're just getting meters, dude. You know what I mean? It's meter city.
Job done sort of stuff.
Yeah.
14 tackles for Brad Parker.
But they were good tackles. Like, they were tackles that had to be made.
Well, when you got to make a tackle, he made them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Simple as that. Beautiful stuff from Manly.
Where
are we on the ladder now? Are we 9th? Or are we still 10th?
10th. Yeah. Equal points with the Knights.
Yeah, well, we had that draw with them.
1 point outside. I tell you, I'll give you the hot tip. Sharks in big trouble. Cowboys looked like shit yesterday.
That was surprising. There was some games on the weekend where my tips were wrong. The Dogs fucking
Sharks got the Bunnies? Oh, jeez. The Sharks missed the 8. There, I said it.
Dude, how about the Dogs beating the Fish?
I know. That threw us off.
That did throw us off. I was bullish, and I punted accordingly.
That threw us off big time.
Yeah.
Although we were off this weekend, we had the Eels fucking 6.5. They'll gobble that out. Absolutely humped.
Yeah,
into the earth.
And then it was the Fish. Oh, -3.5 against the Dogs. Oh, kick ours back. Cool. Oh, yeah, that's not going to make a difference.
What
are
the Newcastle Knights run home like? Because if I'm looking at this ladder and interpreting things how I think they should be interpreted, I see the Sharks falling out. So then the Eels, based on what I saw, you can fucking put a line through them. It's basically a Manly and a Newcastle run.
Knights, I think Scope and Mace were going through it on their show, and I think Knights have a pretty easy run home. So they got
shout out to Levels.
The Finns, Bulldogs,
They'll
Bunnies, tough game. Sharks could go either way.
Dragons. You think they win that? Shit. Okay.
So what's Manly's? So they've got probably how many games left? 5? And they've probably got 1 guaranteed loss, you would say.
1, 2, 3, 4.
The Bunnies
5.
would be a guaranteed, you'd think.
Yeah.
And then the Sharks is who knows.
But 3 to 4 wins they can get there. How many can we get?
What have we got? We got Roosters. We win that. They're fucking losers.
Done.
That's this Thursday. Thursday night footy will be streaming with Timmy and Guru for the Rugby League Nerd Out.
Panthers will be tough.
That's a tough one.
I'll admit that.
Yeah. Is that another Thursday?
Yep.
So is that with Scope and Mace?
Yes.
I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
Scope and Mace will be back for that one. That'll be a bit of fun.
So Warriors Seagulls, I think I've got a feeling, Tom,
we can win
that we
one.
have a good record in Auckland.
Well,
That's a dome. That's a off the top of the dome feeling.
Let's say we lose to the Panthers. I'm just saying, like, if we're just going to be, I don't think we do.
No, let's be honest.
But let's just, well,
Let's
I'm
be
being
honest.
honest. I think we could beat them. But let's just say we lose because they're the number 1 team in the comp right now. We beat the Roosters.
Yep.
lose to the Panthers.
Yep.
Beat the Warriors. Beat the Dogs.
Yep.
Is that the last game of the season? The Dogs.
Should have one more.
Scroll down, Dave. And then we
Tigers.
fucking hump the Tigers.
So we've got to basically what we've got to do is beat the Warriors, and we're home.
And then
And hope
that's pretty good, dude. If we can.
And so, what's the points differential between us and Knights? Because if we assume they win 4 games,
it's pretty bad. We're negative 25.
So they need to lose to the Sharks. That's what we need.
Yeah. But then also, who's above us? Because like
maybe the Cowboys could fall out.
They're only 1 point ahead of us.
So if the Cowboys and the Sharks fall out, we don't have to worry. Have Cowboys got a tough run?
Have a look. They do have the Broncos this week coming up.
Well, they'll lose that.
Well, you'd think it's funny, man, because they really shit the bed on the weekend, didn't they, against the Titans?
Broncos, they got a bye. Sharks, Dolphins, Penrith last round.
Oh, they don't have a great run.
Mate, it's not bad. They have a bye, the Fish.
They've got
Panthers,
the Broncos and they've got the fucking
they got 1 and 2 actually. That's not
Panthers.
That's not good.
Broncos and Panthers.
Okay, and then what about the Sharks? Who have they got?
Sharks have got a tough draw from memory.
Sharks have Bunnies this week.
Tough.
Titans
tough.
Cowboys,
Tough.
Knights, Raiders.
Yeah, it's not a great run.
It's not a great run.
That's not a great run.
Not when there's teams there begging to make it and kick them out. So you've got to think Manly odds on favourite to make the 8.
And then the fucking.
And then we get Tommy back week 2. Now we start to think about winning the comp.
I don't think we do get Tommy back week 2. Actually, I think he's out for the season.
Well, there was an article the other day saying that he could be back for week 2.
No.
Yeah, there was. 100% there was.
Oh, we might win the comp, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's still Year of the Bird, baby.
Yeah, it's still Year of the Bird.
Oh, so we get him week 2 of the finals.
That's what they're saying.
Okay.
So we'd have to beat fucking some loser side like the Raiders or something week 1.
We do that.
Easy, so easy. And then we get Tommy back and then we start to believe. Like, really believe.
Yeah,
because if we put it all together, we already know we're the best team in the comp. That's the thing. If we put it together, best team in the comp, we win.
Okay. Well, that's fucking exciting. Shout out to Cherry Evans one more time. 300 games. Probably, is he the greatest halfback in Manly's history?
So is it him and
Tuvey.
him and Twos?
Yeah. I think they're both on one.
How many did
comp each.
Cliffy make? How many games did Cliffy play
300.
for Manly?
Yeah. It's him and DCE and Beaver 300. But Cliffy was 5'8".
Yeah, he played 309 for Manly.
Who, Cliffy?
Yep.
How many Beaver play?
340. But they're like, a couple for Northern Eagles. You're like, eat a dick.
Oh, fuck off.
We were never the Northern
Could he
Eagles.
will he
Beaver
340?
played-
So Tace could be most capped Seagull.
Oh, yeah,
Probably
fuck
will
yeah.
be.
Mate, he will be this. Oh, will he this season? 309 is what Cliffy got, so.
So they literally don't count Beavers because of that.
Yeah, he's got 93 to 99 Manly Sea Eagles, 2000 to 02 Northern Eagles, and then 03 to 08 Manly Sea Eagles. So
he's got less than 300 for Manly.
So he's got 280 technically for Manly, but then another 69 for Northern Eagles.
So Deese goes past fucking Cliffy, and that's it. Interesting.
But it's bullshit. In the sense that Beavers, it's Beaver, for fuck's sake.
How many comps did Cliff win?
One. Yeah. But he won a Dally, pretty sure. Cliffy was a fucking.
So it'd all be on one of the boys.
No, he won premierships in 87 and 96.
Oh, there you go.
Sick.
87 before I was alive.
Correct.
Yeah, he won the Dally M just once. Oh no, his second Dally M, 94.
Could play.
Could play. Kid could play.
Kid could play. Kid could play.
But you wonder with Cherry, right? Is he better than Tuvey? Played in 2 grand finals, won 1. That's the same as Tuvey. But his what's Tuvey's origin record like? Like DCE's fucking played. Actually, Cherry's played. 2 grand finals. But does his origin record count towards how great he is as a Manly player?
No, not as a Manly player. As a player, it does.
As a player, for sure.
He played 16 Origins, Jeff Tuvey.
Did he? Mm-hmm. Fucking, that's
Played
a lot.
fair few. He was between hooker and halfback.
That's a lot.
yeah.
16's a fuckload.
Cherry's played 20 something.
But 16's a lot.
Oh yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm not knocking it. I love twos. Don't want to knocking twos.
Don't
I'd get on my knees to twos.
Yeah, well, rightly fucking so.
Rightly so.
Roosters suck, we know that.
Yeah, we know that.
Just felt like putting that out there into the ether.
The Tigers plus 25 or 21 was the bet of the week. Didn't do it, but actually my bet of the week was the bet of the week. Fucking I wrangled a Stags. I'll get to that in about even because some of you don't know what the fuck that means, but I wrangled a Katoni and now Eddie's the only one that hasn't. And mine's better than everyone's, so that's good. I'm really high on my own supply there. Cam McInnes, Eddie, for the Sharks, who Guru has said this year already would be our Ruben Cotter, sort of not out of place in Origin, and everyone sort of scoffed at Guru. Not us, we don't scoff at Guru. 81 tackles, the most in NRL history. And the way he looked, you see his face after the game? Did you see the way he looked? He's covered in blood, cut up. You're like, that's a man who's made 81 rugby league tackles.
Surely that's the most in the history of rugby league.
It is.
So not the NRL, rugby league.
I think it's that. Well,
I don't like how they do NRL stats and not rugby league stats. Like
Just
I want
do-
to
it's the
talk
same-
about the history of the game.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
don't give a
95% tackle efficiency, missed 3.
So you could have had 84, mate. That is insane.
Or yeah, so there was actually
They lost 28-0 still.
Danny Horton in the Super League has made 85 tackles in a match.
Now, is that the English Super League or the Australian Super League?
No, the English Super League.
Fuck that place. It's a shit competition, no disrespect, comparatively. But I'm just talking about rugby league.
81 rugby league tackles in the Australian version of the game is more impressive. It just is.
He's a goer, Cam McInnes. He is a goer.
That's unbelievable. Absolutely fucking incredible.
But dude, 28-0. I didn't watch this game, but you're like, Jesus Christ, Penrith. And like, obviously the Sharks are no good, but like, man, Penrith again.
Their defense is just insane.
Penrith.
They're insane. Completing at 87%, like what is doing?
Penrith, dude.
Post contact made is 627. How many did Tile rack up?
Jesus Christ.
Wouldn't mind just having a quick fucking gander at what the big fella knocked up in terms of post conties.
PCM, 76 PCMs for Toto.
Oh, is that the most all fucking? Is that the most for the boys?
Yeah, the most for the
He's
boys.
just so impressive.
They're the Prince of PCMs.
It's unbelievable what he's capable of.
A shout out to Pat Garrigan. We've had a couple of big try scoring droughts.
Yes, they've a couple have fallen this year, huh?
Twali, and then now it's someone from the Cowboys, I believe, who's got like 40 or 50 games. Is the longest try scoring drought. But I don't know who the fuck that is. Did you see? And you would have because we were doing a live stream for it for SEN. But I think that even when it was happening in front of me, I was like almost not realizing what I was seeing. But the Storm, the fucking gall of those arrogant Victorian fucks for celebrating their 2007 and 2009 cheated premierships. And they got replica trophies made and like were fully like presenting them on the field.
That's how I was trying to work out if they would have taken the trophy back
They got replicas done.
for that ceremony.
Yeah. I was like, oh, whatever, like the players one. I'm like,
You were saying the other day, you're like playing on.
because
In the
I was
stream, you were saying that.
I was thinking about it from like the player's perspective. Like, it's not like I don't think it'd be fair to go and take Cooper Cronk's ring off him. You know what I mean? But like as a club, they should not be allowed to fucking do that. They shouldn't be allowed to celebrate it. They shouldn't be allowed to have some on-field ceremony. It's like, you guys, it'd be like Lance fucking Armstrong.
Yeah, but that's why I'm
Like,
I have a bit of a different opinion on it. Like, sure, they won the grand final. I can't go into Cooper Cronk's brain and take the memories out. But part of me is like, yeah, you do take his ring back because you fucking cheated. Like,
I know.
Like Lance, like I know Lance has still got his jerseys. He's like, I'd rather fucking die than someone coming and take them off me. Sure, like.
The thing is,
Short of like storming into his house and taking them, they cheated.
Yeah, I know.
They're not
but
real premierships.
No, they're not real premierships, right? But the same way that, and the thing is, I don't think the club should be able to celebrate shit. And to be honest, having thought about it now, the way to stop it is to just award it to Parramatta and to Manly. Like that again. It's tokenistic. But you go, and that year it was won by the runner-up. It doesn't make it like any real celebratory thing for Manly because you didn't win the game, or for Parramatta. But it stops them from being able to do shit like this. You didn't win. You didn't win the premierships. On the record, it's like if you had Manly and Parramatta asterisk on the fucking thing, I'd be happy with that. And you go, well, they didn't really, but it was awarded to them, like in the do with the Tour de France. Like, who came second? Bang,
No, they didn't get it.
They don't get anything.
No, in the tour for the years that Lance won, no one won.
No one. Oh, so they just have nothing.
No one won.
I thought that was because there were so many cunts that cheated. I thought they were.
But you could have found some cunt, but they just it changes the whole thing. It changes everything. And much like if Manly, because if Storm weren't in the final, Manly plays someone else. You really can't hand it out. What you need to do is they need to sit down with the fucking people at Storm and go, get it through your thick fucking skulls. You didn't win shit. You're over the cap by millions and millions and millions of dollars. Look at the side you had, mate. Completely unfair. It is what it is.
I guess what I would say
they're taking the piss.
That's the thing they take, but that's the thing. So I'd say there's an argument to be made that a lot of clubs are fucking cheat, are over the salary cap, or doing like some creative accounting around salary caps. So all I'm saying, as it pertains to this, no, it's not, because they got caught doing it ridiculously. But that's why, to the players specifically, I'm like, whatever. You guys had that season together, and you did beat the other teams. But for the club itself, for the organisation to be fucking parading around trophies it's actually
that they got made.
Yeah, they got made. Like,
the Daily Telegraph reported that each trophy cost about $20,000 to
right.
make.
Like, it's kind of offensive to the game and to everyone's like, it's offensive to how fucked it was what they did. Like, it's kind of them just going, whatever.
We don't care.
We don't care. Yeah, whatever.
We won them. We definitely won them.
Yeah.
Well, you definitely didn't, though, because you cheated.
You didn't. You cheated.
I don't understand how they can be, like, so comfortable pretending like they won them.
That's the thing.
So the Storm CEO, Justin Rodsky, came out and defended it. He said, the club acknowledges the teams from those 2 years. They were the winners of the grand final on those days. It was appropriate to acknowledge those teams and the players who fought so hard to achieve a grand final victory. What happened retrospectively had nothing to do with the players. We think it was appropriate to celebrate the seasons that they had. It's part of our history that on those days, in 07 and 09, our teams won the grand final.
I can guarantee you American Post, or whatever the fucking team name was that Lance Armstrong won with, they don't get together every year and fucking celebrate.
No. Why don't you also then just come out and acknowledge how much each player was getting paid over what their fucking agreed upon contract was? Why don't you celebrate that as well?
Do the Olympic Games every year get together and celebrate fucking Ben, what was his name, the Canadian sprinter? Ben Johnson? Or who was the American girl at Sydney that won?
Marion Jones.
The
Chinese swimmers that year. Like,
but they won the race. They won the race on the Russians.
Day. Oh, no, that's right. We're just celebrating the fact that they did beat everyone that day, despite the fact that they only did that because
US athletics, Canadian athletics aren't celebrating those Olympic golds.
No.
They're not.
Oh, yeah, we felt like the players. Was every single player there? Did you have all the players there to celebrate? Or was it just you guys all beating your own dicks off?
No, but we won the fucking race on the day.
We won the game, though. But
you were dope to the eyeballs, you silly pricks. What are you talking about?
It's actually embarrassing for them. Like, it's embarrassing for them as a club, but it's also like, it's kind of like shockingly disrespectful. And offensive is too strong a word because it's not like, it's sport, so I'm not offended. But like, offensive is the word I'm going to use here. It's offensive to the rest of the competition who, as far as investigations go, is doing everything completely legit. For you to come out and celebrate the year that you threw the game into.
2 years.
2 years, where you threw the game into.
Disrepute.
Thank you, Edward, by cheating so violently and
it was violent cheating.
It was violent cheating.
Extremely. Again, if Lance Armstrong celebrated his fucking wins every year, you'd go, that's pretty fucked up.
It's
Lance.
pretty fucked up, yeah.
I think that's a bit further.
Why?
Because Lance Armstrong was willingly and knowingly altering his body and cheating. Half of these
The
players
club
might
was
not have
willing.
been-
The club
Yes,
was willingly and knowingly.
The club's the one putting the day on, mate.
These players still won it.
The club's the one putting the day on.
The players aren't. The players aren't putting this thing. Like,
Yeah, no, but they're still celebrating.
yeah,
what
but if they want to go and catch up for a fucking 10-year anniversary, the players,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Well, that's what they're doing. It
No,
just
they're
happens to be
fucking
at the
not. The
game.
No,
players
they're
went
not.
and spent 20
They
grand
got-
on replica trophies.
Yeah, what are you
sorry
talking
that
about?
the club was just treating them well.
No, the club.
The
club was celebrating its own
You
success.
guys just sound like a couple of triggered snowflakes.
No,
out there. Sorry. Boo-hoo.
I can
Oh,
see
no.
your blue
We
hair
didn't
and
get to
space earrings
win.
from here,
Oh,
mate.
boo-hoo.
You're fucking correcting me about G-Flip's fucking pronouns that I didn't get right. Talking about triggered snowflakes. Jesus Christ. Fucking idiot.
Mate, all we're pointing out that the club getting $20,000 replicas made to celebrate comps they didn't win because they cheated, akin to Lance Armstrong cheating, let's be honest, is pretty fucked up. That's what we're saying. And you know it is.
You know it is.
That's just your opinion.
You know it is, Snowflake.
Look, it's not, by the letter, by the law book, straight up.
Did they win
Kinda
those
thing.
comps? Yes or no?
Well, we won the grand final.
Did you win the comps?
competition?
We had it
Were you
taken
the
away
premiers?
from us.
Are you the premiers of those
We
years?
were the premiers.
Are
We're
you the
not- we're not
premiers?
anymore.
Are you
Are
the
you the
premiers?
premiers?
So you getting premiership trophies, celebrating the premierships that you didn't win, like you won them, is pretty fucking weird.
It's pretty funny, though.
Sure,
See,
it can be. You could see
yeah.
it as funny in a certain light.
Especially because-
agree
No,
with
I'll
that.
agree with that.
Especially because it was
It's a
against
joke,
the
yeah.
Eels,
Yeah,
and
it's
then
a
we
joke.
beat the Eels
It's
again.
a fucking sick joke. Oh,
Yeah.
granted. Sure, 100%.
Tell you what, Eddie, as a clubs and much like players, clubs are role models to the community, to young players, to young children, boys and girls who dream one day of playing sport, rugby league maybe, but sport generally at the highest level. And as a club, there's meant to be setting an example and a tone for the next generation. The Melbourne Storm are absolutely letting every young boy and girl down by basically saying it's okay to cheat. Just fucking who cares?
It's exactly what they're saying.
Fuck it.
They're saying just imply, take on the George Constanza approach and just pretend like it didn't happen. I wasn't fired.
Fuck it.
I didn't lose.
No.
I didn't have my comp stripped.
No.
Yeah, but you did.
No, we won, dude.
You did. That's like saying to fucking Peter Bowl, Spag Bowl, when he got done. I know it's been rescinded, but like imagine saying to him at the time, just pretend like you haven't been stood down for doping.
On Spag Bowl, getting fucking incorrectly found to be doping, lost his opportunity to win Australian of the Year, or Young Australian of the Year, whatever. Did anyone from the fucking Australian athletics doping, whatever, come out and apologise or for completely fucking ruining his reputation?
Oh,
I don't think they did.
You know what else?
They came out early and trumpeted and look at this, we got this guy, and then it's oh, actually no, we did
I tell you what they should do. This is just my opinion, and tell me if I'm crazy. If you test someone's blood or urine or whatever they do, and they're test positive, test their B before you
start coming out.
Test their B.
Yeah.
Test their B first, because everyone's going to get their B tested. I would be shocked if anyone in the history of athletics hasn't had their B tested if they tested positive. So just test it and then let everyone know. What's the point of dragging people through the mud like a circus while we all wait for B tests? It takes 6
Because,
months.
I'll tell you why, because every B sample ever basically has been confirmed what the A sample is.
Not always.
Of course, not always. Spag Bowl, a great example. But I'm getting myself in the mind of, uppity nerd scientists who just want to bury someone. They want to trumpet their organisation.
I don't know if it's the uppity nerd scientists that are running these sort of...
You know what I mean.
Well, they're bureaucrats. Tom.
Bureaucrat, scientist, bureaucrat, fucking whatevers.
Bureaucrats.
Okay. But it's much you want to, if someone tells you to wait for something, you can get this now or you can wait and get it tomorrow. The human thing in you is I don't want to wait, just fucking get it now. They just wanted to tell everyone straight away. They didn't want to wait. It was you could just wait till the B sample, which will probably be coming out and it'll probably say he's guilty, but let's just wait. They're no, fuck that. I want it all now.
Well, they should be made to wait.
I want my cake and I want to eat it too.
Yeah. Fuck you, Asada, for fucking over our Spag Bowl.
It was Asada. Is that who it was? Is it Asada?
Asada, Wasada,
Yeah, I think it's
Wada,
Asada. Yeah, through
Prada.
the people
Nada.
that were demanding apologies from was the Australian
Bada.
Sports Drug Testing Laboratory, the Astatil, if you will.
Well, fuck.
Good luck getting a fucking...
And also Sports Integrity Australia.
There you go, that's the one.
No apologies.
The irony in that they're called Sports Integrity Australia and they don't have the integrity to fucking come out and apologise to Spag for what they did to him.
Sia should have apologised to Spag.
Yeah.
It's shocking. But just wanted to say huge fuck you to Melbourne.
Yeah, you're a disgrace.
Absolute fucking
Absolute
disgrace.
fucking disgrace.
Deal with it. We're in the top 4. Move on.
We're not moving on. It only just happened.
Yeah.
What, 10 years ago?
Well, you guys celebrated it yesterday, or the day before, so
Exactly.
fucking losers.
Like, you should have. Can I say something? That 40,000, there's people in need that could have done with that 40 grand.
Yeah,
Instead
exactly.
of you spending it on your
what
fucking
a
self.
disgraceful fucking waste of money.
Give it to the children. Give it to
Yeah.
the homeless. Give it to the needy.
Instead of just, giving it to yourselves, putting it in your big, fat, greedy, cheating
What's
bellies.
the commie and you say about that? Big, fat, capitalist pigs celebrating their own success?
That isn't success because it was stolen valor.
Yeah,
What is
look,
it?
disgusting.
Where are you there, Dave?
Oh, I'm not
Come
a-
on.
Come on, where are your fucking beliefs
Come on.
now?
Come on, mate.
I'm not. I'll just.
Where
say,
are your morals?
I'm not
Where
a
are your
huge
communist
fan
values now, you
of,
dumb prick?
I'm not a big fan of just throwing money away on things that are not necessary.
You just said it was funny. That's
It was
how
pretty
little
funny.
he has of any sort of
expensive
temerity
joke.
to stick to his beliefs.
Well, because he
Where,
doesn't.
where do you,
Shut up, Dave. You're a flip flopper.
mate? It's $40,000 for a segment on one of the best sports podcasts in the world. So I think
One
it's money
of?
well spent. The best sports pod. Well, not when they're talking shit about the Storm. They're not the best.
Fuck the Storm. Cheating fucks.
That's rugby league.
Shout out to Ko.
Shout out to KO. We love you, KO. Tell you what KO was good for yesterday, Tom. Like fucking good for
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah. People punching the fuck out of each other.
Dude.
People bashing each other.
You can I just want to say something. If you have had, let's say you had a lunch booked in, right, and that corresponded with the fights, we can do on KO via main event. Go on, buy them, right, and just have them sitting there. And then you don't check your phone. You come in whenever you want, and you just go, bang, there's the fight, start from the start, skip to where you want to watch. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
So easy.
You know what else is good, Eddie? Because I was sitting there.
So fucking easy.
I was sitting there in my backyard doing some crunches and some push-ups and, just some dips and some exercise, right? I was doing some weights.
brunches and views by the pool.
Considered a fool because I did it at high school, yeah. Anyway,
Misunderstood.
but still all good. And if you don't know,
There you know.
well, no, that's where it stops. That's where the song ended.
Well, that's where it ends.
That was it answer.
For us.
If you don't know, I'd forgotten that KO provides you the split screen option. Sometimes you just forget, and then you remember.
Oh, El Splitterino.
So I'm sitting there and I'm watching
That's
UFC
horny.
291 and I'm watching Spence Crawford and I'm like, it doesn't get any better than this, does it?
See, I split them up. I didn't split them.
I know. That's initially I didn't. Initially I was like, can I watch them on two different devices? And I'm like, Tom, what are you doing, dude?
Splitting a main event. Splitting main events is touch yourself sort of
Yes,
stuff.
dude, and it was touch yourself.
That's autofellatio. That's Marilyn Manson 2 ribs removed sort of stuff.
Yeah. 2 ribs removed, sucking your own dick. You maybe get 4 ribs removed and you eat your own ass with a split screen of pay-per-views.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's good. That's very good.
We'll start with UFC. Scroll down a bit further there, Dave. I just want to see if there was another one earlier on. Kevin Olin-Kias, isn't it?
Can Tony pack it up?
What the fuck happened with Paulo Costa and Ikram Aliskerov? Why did that get cancelled?
Don't know.
Can you just find that on the side? I didn't even know it was fucking on. It maybe got cancelled ages ago. That's confusing to me.
He had surgery on a broken hand, Paulo Costa.
When was it announced
Um,
that it was cancelled?
this article was 19th of July.
So 10 days ago.
Yeah, so
Bit
pretty
longer.
recently.
Yeah, about 10 days.
Well, because now I think he's fighting Hamzat. Anyway, whatever. Tony Ferguson lost again to Bobby Green. Not much there. Tony Ferguson, old as Methuselah. But he was, he hung around. Did you see Derek Lewis?
No, I didn't watch this one.
Did you see his highlight? The way the fight went?
No.
30 seconds. Fucking off the bell. He did a Jorge Masvidal flying knee.
Done.
Crunched the guy in the fucking jaw and then just ground and pounded him out. Took his pants off at the end.
I'm surprised Derek Lewis has a flying knee in him.
Dude,
he's a big boy.
Yeah, he's huge, but he had a six-pack for the first time in his career.
Wow.
Yeah. And Rogan was like, did you plan that? He's like, shit, no, I didn't plan that. Knocks him the fuck out. He's got the most knockouts in UFC history, 14. Very impressive. Jan Blachowicz, Alex Pereira. For those of you that don't know, here you go. Bang.
Oh, hectic. Holy shit.
This guy was just wigging.
Oh, fuck. That would be unpleasant.
Look, he just
That
couldn't
would
do
be
a thing.
so unpleasant.
It's just like, okay, just try and minimize how badly I'm getting bashed. Look at this, dude. Full mount. Rolls him over. Oh, he's in his front just shelling up. Because Oh, bro, this would fucking suck.
Oh, fuck. Nah.
Yeah, that's enough.
That's enough.
Just watch it. Oh, will they show the celebration? They won't, will they?
Oh, God.
No, but then he gets up and he takes his shorts off and he's fucking just like dancing and shit. It was fucking funny.
He's good fun, Derek Lewis.
Thank
you, Dave.
Thank you, Dave. The Pereira Jan Blahovic one. Jan was like, I got fucking robbed. You're like, dude, you did not get robbed. At least I don't think he got robbed. It was a 3-round. It was kind of a shit fight. Like, it was okay. Jan went for a takedown in the first 2 seconds of the fight and just like sat on top of Pereira for 5 minutes.
Boring.
It was boring. And like didn't
shit.
do much. He didn't do much.
No, he didn't.
And then got up for the second 2 rounds and it was sort of like, I mean, Pereira had the better of the exchanges. I thought. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but that's what it felt like.
Well,
to
you
me.
and I have never known what we're talking about, Tom. We do our best, though.
Yeah.
Mate, I don't think I was like whatever. I didn't think anything of that. I saw that article last night as I was perusing in between ads of the Logies and overs of the cricket.
Did you watch the Logies, did you?
I actually did.
Did you? So did I.
Funny.
I enjoyed it.
We were texting about it.
No, that's right. Shout out to Tom and Kenny. Dustin and Justin for the BMF belt, which
you don't often get a Dustin on a Justin, do you?
You don't. And to be honest, I was getting confused in terms of I know who's who, but just when you're talking about it, like Dustin, it's...
Justin's a beast.
They're both beasts. This was a
Justin
rematch.
in particular.
Well,
it's 1-1 now.
It's 1-1, but Justin Gaethje kicked fucking Dustin's head off, which is the same spot. It's the same building, same venue where Leon did it to Kamaru. Opposite sides. They mentioned that, maybe 600 times?
Well,
700 times?
maybe more.
Maybe 700
Maybe
times?
7, 8,
It's
900.
the exact same kick. Watch it just from the other angle. Exact same. It's like, yeah, we get
Other
it.
side.
Okay, we get it.
It was fucking impressive, though.
It was impressive.
Like,
Kicked his head
out
clean off.
cold sort of stuff, punters and dribblers.
Yeah, it was good shit. It was really good shit. Good fights. The other fight we were watching, though, Eddie, was
This was a great
Errol
fight.
Spence and Terence Crawford. You and I, admittedly, and I'm serious, I've never watched either of them fight, but I've known.
You've watched Terence. Terence beat our boy.
Yeah, I've watched Terence fight.
You beat our boy Jeffy Horn.
He did. He
killed him.
Killed Jeffy Horn.
Killed Jeff Horn.
Mauled Jeffy Horn. The Hornet. But I
Jeff,
knew,
fresh off a win against Pacquiao, was like, "I want to go to the bright lights of Vegas," and got murdered, basically.
He got fucked up. But this is 2 pound for pound. I think they're 1 and 2 on the pound for pound list. Two like greats.
Two greats.
2 greats of the sport. Crawford was looking to become the first undisputed champion in 2 different weight divisions for a male boxer.
So the first was a female. He's the first male. He was undisputed in the light welterweight division, and the last undisputed champion before that was Kostya. Our Kostya, yeah. So I just thought that was interesting with the punter and the dribbler that doesn't know what the fuck's going on here.
But
this was Terence Crawford's 18th title fight consecutively.
Yeah.
That
ridiculous.
is wild.
Ridiculous.
Never lost.
But what you and I were saying was because basically Terence Crawford absolutely fucking dominated.
It was unfucking believable.
It was insane. And for you and I who had only heard about how good they were or about how good, like this was the fight where everyone's like, this is the fucking fight everyone's been waiting for. You know, like both champions. And this is just going to be the best thing ever. It's going to be boxing.
Boxing
purists touching themselves.
Exactly. Basically the biggest fight from a purist perspective since Pacquiao Mayweather, but they were a little over the hill.
Yes. But so I was expecting a bit more competitive, right? But it was
like all the chatter going in was it was very evenly poised. But it was not.
So the only thing that you and I have missed out on here, which we were sort of discussing yesterday, was that we missed out on the context of how good it was.
Yes.
Like if we had to, like if Volkanovski had fucking dominated, not even Islam, but like say he dominated Khabib, and you knew how good Khabib was, and you knew how good Volk was, and everyone's like, what's going to happen? And then Volk just dominated him. You'd be like, oh, okay.
Yes.
This is fucking ridiculous.
Yes.
So I was only seeing it from a context of going, okay, well, Crawford's clearly better than Spence. And it was phenomenal. But there was some guy, I saw a guy, Luke Thomas, who's an MMA journalist, boxing journalist that does a show called Morning Combat. He was fucking in tears after the fight, going, I can't believe what I just saw. Like, I'll never see something that virtuoso. Virtuoso is how you describe the performance.
Someone would say
virtuistic?
Virtuosity?
Maybe.
They were saying it's one of the best performances of all time.
Yeah.
Like of all time in the history of the sport.
Yeah.
It was fucking insane. From a boxing perspective, the only other fight that I thought was fucking as dominant, but probably not as dominant, was Floyd against Canelo Alvarez. That's one of the great fucking brawls all time.
But even then, Canelo wasn't. Canelo was obviously he was still. He wasn't Canelo.
No,
he wasn't where these guys were.
he was early, and he's not where
he was early. He was young,
now, supposedly. 60% of Crawford's power punches, that's anything other than a jab, landed. 60%.
And he dropped him with his jab twice. By the way,
he was like jolting when he was getting jabbed.
It was
fucking
wild.
crazy.
It was wild. It was so good to watch.
It was actually a great fucking fight to watch. It was a lot of fun. Dropped him in the second, dropped him twice in the seventh. I was at one point, I'm like, this is almost getting to towel territory.
Well, that's what, and I love boxing commentators. Well, it's not just any but like when you're hearing an expert who's commentating in, like just hearing them being, like they were calling like this fight's fucking going to be stopped in a second. And then bang, like 2 seconds later it gets stopped. But what's that? Can you just go to that news.com article, Dave, there where it says boxing champ set sights on Tim Tszyu? Are you telling me that Tim's going to fight one of these motherfuckers?
So it says Spence confirmed after the fight that he would be activating his rematch clause to take on Crawford again. He also indicated that he wants the rematch to be at the heavier super welterweight division, the weight class that Tim Tszyu fights in. So I think he's looking to eventually take on Tszyu after.
Charlo needs to fight Tszyu.
Yeah, but he's going to fight Canelo.
Yeah, but he can come back.
Oh, of course he can. But that article was just that honey dick.
Yeah.
So basically, they want to fight at super welterweight, which is his division, and that may in the future set up. Listen, I wouldn't be fighting Terence Crawford after what I saw. I'd be staying so far away from that guy.
That's the problem with rematch clauses, where I get him why you put him in there, but he got fucking dominated.
Someone needs to sit Errol down and just have a quiet word with him and go, let's go find someone else, buddy. Like, it was too dominant. It was almost like, you would argue, unfair. That's the way.
That's what was shocking about it. That you had this undefeated, fucking undisputed champion in Errol Spence Jr. just get completely flogged.
His face at the end, was beaten to within an inch of its life.
Yeah.
But a great fight.
Yeah,
thoroughly enjoyed it.
I love it.
Purists, shut up. Don't leave comments. Oh, fucking heard you not know.
Oh, you guys don't know what you're talking about boxing. No, we don't. We don't. Doesn't mean we can't watch it.
But we're here telling you we enjoyed watching it.
What did the great Matthew Johns once say when burying his brother that he is now currently still feuding with, if you believe the reports? You don't need to be a baker to know bread tastes good, bruh.
And that bread tastes real good.
We should get that put on a T-shirt. That's still the line off Matty. Punters, dribblers. Special day, special moment for a dribbler here, Patrick Irwin. Now, back in December 2019, pre-COVID we're talking here, we got a DM from Patrick Irwin. He goes, "G'day, boys. I was having a chat to the missus last night, and she showed me that a podcast she listens to, Shameless, has created a Facebook group that engages tens of thousands of young women. That got me thinking it might be time for you to create a bit of a community where the punter and dribbler can have a yarn about all things sport. Beers soon." To which we responded, "Not a bad idea. Maybe we'll start the punters and dribblers." And then he's gone.
So it's funny because you'd always made out like it was your idea.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, you had. Always.
Bullshit. I remember having a conversation about this guy.
You were like, we should start a punters and dribblers, and you've always.
This is spin. No,
you always laid
no.
claim to it.
No, I haven't.
You definitely have.
If I had, why the fuck would I even read
I've never heard of this guy in my life. Put it that way.
Who gives a fuck?
So you've been claiming it the whole
Mate,
time.
I completely forgot about it. He just came back to us.
So you've been claiming it.
I haven't been claiming shit. Find the fucking tape of me claiming it. Find it. You can't. You won't. Now, he then came back to us in February 2020 because obviously we started one. And he said, "I'm just checking to see if you'll be sending me a Baggy Green for coming up with the punters and dribblers group idea, if you'll be sending it to my house or the office." And then I was like, hell of an idea. We'll have to wait and see how the punters and dribblers take to the new community before we go handing out Baggy Greens. He then sent us this screenshot of this fucking interaction just after, I think we'd been talking about it on the Bloke in a Bar podcast, and he's just like,
It's gone all right.
it's gone all right. It's an easy. We've had some time to look at it.
But we needed time to look at it.
We need time to look at it.
I'm not going to hand out a Baggy Green after a month
No.
or a year
No.
or 18 months.
No.
It's got to be more like 2-3 years.
2-3 years. That's how Baggy Greens are earned in
3
this game.
years. Yeah. 2 years.
But look, 3 years and 30,000 plus members later to the Punters and Dribblers page, I think it is now probably high time that Patrick Irwin, who's from Victoria, mind you, a real,
Is he part of the Irwins?
I don't think so. He's in like a coat and shit. He's not in khaki.
Yeah, but I don't think they all wear khaki.
I think they all do.
You reckon every single Irwin ever?
Yes. You don't?
I don't know. I think there might have been some split, like maybe some Irwins splintered off.
Maybe, but I don't know. I'd like to imagine that they're all in khaki. Either way.
That's what you'd like to imagine. Yeah. I'm sometimes a little bit more of a realist.
Yeah, maybe you are, maybe not. Maybe you just got your head in the sand. I'm a bit more open-minded, and I think all of the Irwins in khaki, not this guy, because he's not an Irwin. He's an Irwin, but he's not the Irwins. He's not of the Irwin ilk.
Right.
He's got a Baggy Green, though.
Well done, buddy.
Welcome. Home to the 11. Welcome to the 11. We'll see you at the lunch at the end of the year. We'll see you there. Well done, Patrick. Well done, Patrick.
Well done, brah.
Tilly's playing tonight. Now, many people were sending us shit going, oh, Sam Kerr's being fucking picked. Well, actually, she hasn't been picked yet. They give it up until kickoff to name the side. And if they do pick her, right, which I hope they fucking do, we have to now, dude, because we just lost to Nigeria.
Mate, come on. Don't fucking talk shit. All we were saying was that she's fucking injured as shit. Clearly she is. They're bringing her out because we have to beat Canada, who are the Olympic champions, like 6 or 7 in the world. We lost to Nigeria. Shit performance. And now we've got to win. She's probably not going to start. They'll probably roll her off the bench. I can guarantee you she's not 100%. I can guarantee that. And that's all we're saying. I don't think she's 70%.
No.
She wouldn't be 60%.
Now, Dave just brought something up here. I'm assuming that's Mark Schwarzer.
Yes.
Asked Tony Gustafsson, who I believe is the coach, about whether Sam Kerr trained. He asked him 5 times. He goes, did she train today? Did she take part in the session? And will she play tomorrow? Gustafsson, fair question. We had an extra press conference yesterday so that we make sure that we really respect all the fans out there that want to have answers, and Sam took her time to answer all those questions. That's not an answer. So in terms of today and tomorrow, I will quote Sam as an answer and then move on and focus on the game tomorrow. What Sam said yesterday is it's always been a plan to rest her for 2 games and reassess going into this game. And then it's going to be down to the wire. We're going to have to...
She's not right.
...have a meeting tonight and the trip with Sam. The medical team is going to tell me what minute she's available and what the risks are included with that. And like Sam said herself, we're not going to say anything until game day. Right. Whether you use her as a starter, game changer off the bench, it's all about the plan for 90 minutes and everything. Bullshit.
She's not well. She's not well
Everyone
at all.
knows she's not well, but they're being so cagey about fucking what's going on. And then he goes again, did she train with the team?
No.
I'm not going to comment on who trains and didn't train. So she didn't train. It depends on what you mean, trained with the team. Had her boots on and trained with the team. She had her football boots on, yes. So she didn't train with the team. Fuck me dead. It's actually embarrassing from this Gustafsson guy and just like the Matildas side. Like, this is embarrassing how they're poorly they're handling this.
It's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. But, whatever. They're trying to be cagey. Why? To fucking throw Canada off the scent? She's going to come off the bench if we're desperate. That's what's going to happen. She'll start on the bench, and if we fall behind or we're not scoring goals, she'll come on. That's what's going to happen. Pure and simple.
Is Mary Fowler back?
Yep.
It's a head injury, so it's not confirmed yet.
Someone's back? Someone's back up front. Can't remember who. I read the other day.
Fuck, you surely. I mean, like, obviously.
I guarantee if you're the coach, right? You have her on the bench, see how we go, and bring her on if need be.
Because, mate, we lose this, we're out. That's
Correct.
fucking embarrassing.
Correct. Out.
And we really should not have lost to Nigeria.
No, we shouldn't have. We weren't great the other night, though. We
No,
watched it
won't.
because we love the nation.
Yeah, of course we do. And we'll have it on while
Right,
we
we'll
watch
have it
the
on.
cricket.
Let's go the Tillies.
Up the Tillies. Love
Up
the
the
Tillies. Don't
Tillies.
like the way that this whole Sam Kerr fiasco is being handled. It's not Sam's fault.
But up the Tillies.
Up the Tillies.
Up the Tillies.
fucking
Up the Tillies.
I tell you who we...
Tillies.
There we go. Just want to give you one more chance.
Tillies.
I vaguely remember, Edward, coach of the Wallabies, Eddie Jones, telling the All Blacks to watch out.
Yeah.
Did that happen, or did I misread that? Is this a Power Rangers thing again with my sister?
Listen, Eddie Jones, I'm certain. I'm 100% certain that he told the All Blacks to look out. Before we get to the looking out part, I wanted to say this. Friend of the show, John Ingate, messaged me the other day being like, they're expecting over 80,000 to the MCG, which I was shocked
So
by.
was I.
They got a fucking good crowd.
Phenomenal crowd. We were like,
Hats
good luck.
off to Melbourne. Like,
Yeah.
that's impressive as fuck.
Yeah. You guys love your
The
sport
Wallabies
down
are going like a busted ass. That's news to nobody. What are we, 8th in the world, 10th in the world? We're probably behind Georgia, for fuck's sake. Like, we're going poorly. We got pounded by South Africa B side. We lost to Argentina, and they're still getting 80,000, probably 85, maybe 90.
And did I see that Argentina only just lost to South Africa? Like, we're
Yeah,
off the fucking pace.
By 1 point, they
Yeah,
lost.
like, we are off the pace. But you're right. Well done to everyone, like, for getting that crowd. That was a
I
great
think
crowd.
we
And
start there.
There was also an AFL game on at Marvel Stadium as well.
Yeah.
That night.
No,
they
so
did well.
congratulations to Melbourne. You've dug deep, and it's impressive, and that's great, and all that.
The Wallabies, we aren't good. But the thing is, we weren't bad. We had field position and shit. Like, it wasn't like we
It doesn't look like we
know how to attack.
Well, we run into their defence and that's it, and then eventually we lose the ball, or they turn us over.
It was one of those ones where,
That's about it.
I eventually just went, I'm not watching this shit. We were getting fucked in the ass by England in the cricket, and then we were like, they were scoring big runs. And then we were losing here. The only bright spot was at Manly, you got to win. I was just like, you know what? I can't watch this shit.
I got to the 60th, and then it was very much on in the background.
I think I got to halftime. And even then I was still flicking between, and I was like, nah, not doing it. I'm not doing it to myself. I'm sick of this shit with the Wallabies. I love them, and I'll watch them. Like, I will watch them, but there was cricket on. Like, if there's nothing else on.
It means too much to the All. That's the problem. When we come up against them, they're in a fucking mood. We get the big boy haka. We get the one that they roll out against.
The scary haka.
We get the scary haka. It's not
Slit your throat.
People think it's a slit the throat. It comes across that way. It's drawing breath, whatever. That's the one we got. We got the legit one. So you're like, oh, the boys are in the
Kappa
mood.
Opanga.
The Kappa Opanga. Thank you, Tom. And when you get the Kappa in a bled to retain, pack her up.
Did you see Alan Alatoa went out with the
Boomerang. I did. It was nice.
I didn't mind that. I thought that was kind of cool.
I'm still waiting for a war dance.
The only problem is that it's not going to be very good in the sense that I don't back our boys to perform with the same vim, vigor, and
You got to
gusto.
start somewhere.
Oh, absolutely.
You got to start somewhere. You got it. Like the first fucking haka was horse shit.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
I'm talking about the first one performed by the All Blacks here.
Yes. Yeah. Well, it was basically just a bunch of white boys.
It was pathetic. So you got to start somewhere.
It's true.
All I'm saying is I thought it was a nice touch, the boomerang. I'm into it. But I want a war dance eventually. Is that too much to ask for?
I want to dance for war.
That's what I want to see. I think it'd be fucking great. And maybe we can start fighting a little fire with fire because it gets them jacked as shit. And although we always start okay in these contexts, you've got to play for 80 minutes, Tom, which we've always talked about, you and I. A lot of people don't realise that you've got to play 80 minutes.
Yeah, sometimes more, but it's at least 80.
It's at least 80. Sometimes you can play more, right? Fair shout. But you got to play at least 80 minutes, minimum 80 minutes. We like playing to half time. We like playing to about 35 minutes.
Yeah. About 35.
And then Taylor in the 33rd, Jordan in the 41st, Clark 58, 63, 66. Good night, nurse, as they say. Listen, at one point, Tom.
We were winning. No, we weren't.
At one point, mate.
We were winning. Yeah,
we were up
At one
7-5.
point, we were winning 7-5.
I was never confident. Can I be honest with you.
7-5. So if it ended in the 32nd minute, we win and win well.
Yep.
But it didn't.
No.
Because as I just mentioned, Tom, the whole 80-minute thing. So 30, half an hour gets you fucking nowhere. Gets you absolutely nowhere.
Eddie Jones came out and apologised. He basically said he was embarrassed and he took full responsibility for it.
Right.
So
I think asking New Zealand to look out is playing with fire.
oh, it's just dumb.
It just seems like a dumb
I know what
thing
you're
to
trying to do, but you know what it is. It's just you're drawing attention to yourself.
I think we need to start being a little bit more realistic. Maybe we should start telling Fiji to look out.
Watch out. Yeah,
You know
Georgia.
what I mean? Georgia. Namibia.
Namibia.
You watch out, Namibia.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Watch out. Japan.
Like, I don't even...
I didn't
Italy.
even woo up on
Italy.
Japan and
Italy.
I don't know,
I wouldn't be...
dude.
Put it this way. I wouldn't be saying it to Scotland.
We lost to Italy recently, didn't we?
I think so.
I'd be wooing up on talking shit, get hit to
So
Italy.
Japan, Namibia, Georgia, Russia, the US, Canada. I
Yeah.
think we can tell them to woo up.
Yeah. We don't talk to the Welsh anymore.
Fuck no.
We shut up to the Welsh. Scotland,
no.
I think we shut up to. Ireland, we don't go near.
Who else is in our pool? Because there's a couple. Well, I'm just going to tell a couple of people to look out. I'm not saying Wales isn't looking out.
No,
fucking way.
Don't worry about Wales. We're Wales cucks, so we've got to ambush Wales.
Yeah, as in put their penis in our mouth and bite it off.
Yes, we bite off their dicks.
It's we're with Wales, Georgia,
Look out.
Portugal,
Look out.
and Fiji.
Ooh, look out. I'm going to say it, but it's tough.
I don't know,
It's a
dude.
tough
I
one.
don't know. We just lost to Tonga in Australia, eh?
So we shouldn't be saying it to Fiji?
I don't know.
Is that playing with fire?
I don't know, dude. I like Fiji.
Portugal? Fucking look out.
Portugal. And was it Georgia?
Yeah.
Look
Look
the
out,
fuck out,
Georgia. You're in big trouble.
You're in huge trouble. Fiji.
Huge trouble.
Fiji and Wales, we might have to bite some Fijian dicks off. I don't know. What are the world rankings?
So we are at 8th, Wales are at 9th, Georgia are at 11th, Fiji at 13th, and Portugal at 16th.
Who's above us?
So we're at 8, Argentina, 1 above, and then England, Scotland, South Africa, top 3, New Zealand at 3rd, France at 2nd, Ireland in 1st.
I'm number 1.
Yeah, they've been number 1 for a while. Interesting.
Scotland being above us is fucking...
Scotland going all right. They've beaten England for like 3 of the last 5 years, something like that.
That's tough.
In the Calcutta. I think it's called the Calcutta. Could be
That's
wrong.
tough to take. Anyway.
Portugal. Look the fuck out.
Portugal, we're coming for you.
We're coming for you, bro.
We're
You're going to
coming
get
for you.
fucking pounded.
Fucking Portuguese.
Fucking pounded.
Coming for you.
Fucking losers.
When's the next bled? Is it this weekend?
Yep. Eden Park.
Great. Love an Eden Park loss.
Oh, no. Oh, they've moved us. They don't even play us at Eden Park anymore.
Wow.
God, the
We're at-
disrespect.
We're at Forsyth Bar Stadium.
Oh,
What the fuck is
God.
That's in Dunedin. I think that's the big glass stadium.
That's
idea.
Somewhere in the
the
south.
disrespect.
that? Yeah.
Oh.
And it's the afternoon slot as well.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, it's at 12:35 p.m. Oh. What's happened? What has happened?
Swimming results. As I spit all over myself.
Did you see what the Yanks did?
Yeah, I know. God, they're such losers. The way they present their medal tally. So it was
No,
like,
they only do that if if they've got the most golds, that's what they'll put up.
Yeah.
But if they don't have the most golds, which is the metric, then they'll put up total medals.
But that's
It's not just the Yanks. The official best team award at the World Championships was handed to America. They got the trophy for getting the most medals, not the most golds.
Are you serious?
so you
Yeah.
could get like 30 bronzes.
I guess so, yeah.
You've got to be fucking taking the piss, don't you?
No. The Americans were handed the overall best team award and trophy on Sunday night.
What?
Oh my God.
Because they probably own what's the body?
FIBA?
FINA.
FINA?
Fever. Can you get the tally up?
That is absolutely fucking
We
disgraceful.
broke like 13 golds. They got 20 silvers, the losers.
It's always been about gold. It's always been about what are you showing up for second place for? It shouldn't even be on the fucking screen. Who gives a shit if you came second? Yeah,
So we
nice.
got the most golds.
Pat on the
though.
back.
Look, fuck him. Who gives a shit? We've already got all the medals, all the golds. We don't need some other dumb best team award. That's just for losers.
13 gold. We are red
And
hot.
how many world recs did we get? We got a couple of recs.
We got a couple of Rexies.
Couple of recs.
We weren't short on
shitloads of
Rexies.
gold.
God, we're good. 13 gold. The Dolphins.
But what's cool was like, I know that we grew up in this like 2000 Olympics era where like
Well, you and I did.
Yeah, you and I. I'm talking to you. I'm not talking to these two fucking 12.
How old were you? Like 1 and 2 and shit?
I was 2.
I was 3.
Right.
Ridiculous.
So-
I think I went.
Yeah, I also went.
Oh, you
Oh,
went,
cool.
did you?
Well, that was a
went.
great memory
Yeah.
for
Oh,
you.
you went, did you?
Yeah.
What, you
It was a
take a
great day.
2-year-old? Why
Yeah.
the fuck would you do that?
Yeah. Well, basically, I could probably speak from experiences that there's no one else to fucking drop them off at. But I tell you what, your parents didn't want to take you. They resented you for it.
Probably a better way of putting it.
Yeah.
And so did everyone else in the crowd.
Yeah, and so did everyone else. All these fucking kids are here, like, you know, I can't yip and yahoo, or this baby's crying, or, you know, there's like this little activist baby with blue hair who's fucking,
Yeah.
you know, correcting everyone for the fucking pronouns.
Going, Trotsky.
Now, as I was saying, like, we grew up in that 2000 Olympics era where you've got, you know, your Madam Butterflies of the world, you've got your Thorpes, you've got your Kieran Perkinses, you've got your Michael Clems, your
And
Jeff
Clem
Hugels.
still smoking behind the block.
Oh, exactly, right. Smashing
get
them like
that.
guitars.
You wouldn't get that.
You wouldn't get it. Fucking idiots. Go back to kindergarten. So it's hard for me to truly grasp that we're actually in sort of another golden era of swimming right now.
Well, listen, no disrespect to the world championships, but it's always been second best.
Of
So
course.
we're not going to get carried away.
I'm not getting carried away, but it's the fact that
But Paris is in trouble.
we're beating the fuck out of people.
Paris is in trouble.
We got that guy. Who was we like, you know, in like the lifespan of a swimmer, like you're basically done by the time you're 22, 23. Ariane Titmus becomes the oldest world record holder, I think, for whatever her discipline was. Was it in the
400 metres.
Was it in the 400 meter?
Titmus, when she broke the world record,
Titmus,
400 metres.
23 years old. Ledecky's old as shit, so it's like you're gone now, doll. But then there's like someone who's a bit younger, but like Titmus got the world record.
Titmus is the oldest record holder at 23. So we just said.
There's something around that.
I didn't
I'm-
know that.
I'm not doing it correctly. I'm not
That's
saying-
unbelievable.
Don't
It's true.
don't take it exactly as I'm saying it here, and or do. Let's just run with it. But there's something around her being the and then the guy, the Mitch Larkin or someone. Did he win one at 29? Like world champion at 29? Like
Was Mitchie Larkin a backstroker?
again,
breasty?
mate, look, I've got to figure. No, that's our Stubblety Cook.
Oh, subtly.
Friend of the show.
Subtly.
Not subtlety. Stubblety.
Right.
I'm sure he struggles to say it.
He would.
He'd
He
be like, I was just got to change the subtlety.
He should, yeah. Think about changing that.
Even just maybe get rid of the subtlety.
Just
and
do
go
Cook.
Zach Cook.
Yeah. Be less subtle.
Yeah. Be more subtle.
Or less by removing it.
Well, you're becoming more subtle by removing subtle
Yes.
because it's too hard to say.
Correct.
Dave, you found anything about this?
I don't know if you got your wires crossed, but there was the longest standing female swimming record. That
No,
was
there was
broken.
that, which was, I think the Australian chick did that, though. That was our
Yeah.
16-year-old. What was her name?
Molly O'Callaghan, who is 19 years old and is already an OAM.
Yeah, well, she's
18?
Yeah,
19.
19.
And so, yeah, you can talk shit about us not fucking being born for the Olympics. Molly O'Callaghan, world record holder, born in 2004. So if you're having a go at us, you're having a go at this.
Well,
No,
no,
I'm not
how are
having a
they
go at
linked?
you.
They're not linked.
Sounds like you are.
They're not
No,
linked.
I'm having to go
Sounds like
at
you
you who doesn't know shit about fuck. That's what I'm talking about.
Sounds like you
being
hate
a
young people.
Stupid little,
Sounds like
blue
you
head
hate just-
chop.
You don't know what smash 'em like guitars means.
No,
So
you
And probably
beat it.
neither does Molly, but she's
No,
still
she
won a world
or you don't
record.
think Molly knows about the history of the sport she's competing in? Grow up, Dave.
Mate, she was born 6 years after me. I
Who
was
gives
at
a
least
fuck?
alive
She'd
when
go
it
back and
happened.
look at the history. You can't understand your future if you don't know your past,
That's
Dave.
right. What, she'd ignore a
Jesus
past?
Christ.
She'd ignore the past of the nation?
No.
Don't think so.
She wouldn't. She's not disrespectful like you.
She would have had Liesl Jones in there pumping her up. Was she even a breaststroker? Who doesn't? Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. She broke the record, though.
Do you remember Liesl Jones? You probably don't even know who Liesl Jones is.
No, you
Also
don't.
know Liesl
Oh, I
Jones.
bet you don't.
Oh, did
Mate,
you know she won silver for the nation at 15 years of age?
Mate, I remember
Did you
when,
know that?
I remember when Libby Lenton was still Libby Trickett.
Nah, bullshit you do. She actually hooked up with my sister's boyfriend at the time. He cheated on her with Libby Lenton, Trickett Lenton. Not important on schoolies. Shout out to... I won't actually say his name.
Do you want to hear what brushes with lame?
Yes.
On the train out to the Olympic Games in 2000, we shared a carriage with Jumping Jai Tarima's dad.
Fuck. I would have thought Jumpin' Jai could have got his dad a lift
He's a
out.
man of the people.
I know that, but I'm just saying Jumpin' Jai.
Man of the people.
Jumpin' Jai, though.
But when Jumping Jai was jumping, he was a man of the people. It was only after that he became a cult hero.
That he became Jumpin' Jai.
Yes.
That we know and love today.
Yes. Where is Jumping Jai?
Don't know. I bet he's still jumping somewhere.
Oh, he'll be jumping.
Well, I'd like to hope he's still
if
jumping.
he's not jumping, I'm not here.
Yeah, you guys don't know about Jumpin' Jai, do you?
Got to say that one is a bit before my time.
You don't know Jumping Jai Tarima?
I don't even know what Smash 'em Like Guitars is from.
Oh, you don't know Smashing Guitars?
Oh, Dave,
Come on.
you don't
You
know.
don't know either, little lefty.
Of course I know that shit.
No, you don't.
Mate.
You
God.
bastard.
It's just, only some of the proudest moments in our young history. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so I don't exactly know where Jumpin' Jai Taruma is at now, but
Tarima.
Tarima, the first line of his Wikipedia article is amazing. So it's got, Jai Desmond Tarima, born, is an Australian retired athlete, competed in long jump. Despite smoking a packet of cigarettes a day, he won the silver medal at the 2000 Olympics with a personal best jump.
I'm going to and he did do that, and that's great. I will say that long jump, not something I think is going to be overly affected by darts. It's a short burst and you jump.
Well, listen, you're probably a 30-metre runner. It's not nothing.
It's not much.
He's a cop now. There you go.
There you go.
Imagine getting arrested by Jumping Jai.
Well, mate, imagine getting chased by Jumpin' Jai.
Big trouble.
Yeah. Jumping fences and shit. Like, pick the wrong cop, dude. Pick the wrong cop, buddy.
The wrong cop, like jumping over a canal or something.
Yeah, exactly. I've got you, buddy.
I've got you. You're in big trouble
You're in
now.
huge
You're
trouble.
mine.
Yeah, that girl, the 19-year-old, Molly Callahan.
Yeah, Molly O'Callaghan.
Molly O'Callaghan. She broke the supersuit record, which I still don't understand how the fucking thing's allowed to be in there.
Yeah, well, it's
I don't understand how it's like, but anyway, she broke it.
Madness.
But no, so it was something about, and again, I'm not going to go on it because I'm not going to be able to explain it well, but about winning world records after a certain age. I'm not saying that Ariane is the oldest world record holder or anything like that, but maybe it was in the 400 meters, or specifically around like at a certain age, you don't really see people being world champions or breaking world records.
Right.
And she's done both because she's fucking amazing. That's all I want to say.
that was it?
That's it. Shout out to Arnie.
Sweet. Cool.
You cool with that?
I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Yep. More than happy with it. Shout out to Australia.
Yeah.
And
Anything?
anything else out of swimming other than that we're the fucking best in the world?
Not really, dude. I love a good swim myself.
Do you?
Yeah. Not in a race sense, just like get in the water.
Nice.
Or you don't.
Not really. I like swim and cool off.
You're not a big water guy, though.
Like,
You have showers and shit.
like, you know how some people are like watermen or women?
Yeah. You're not.
I'm not.
No.
No.
You can't swim.
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just not. I can swim.
How long do you reckon you could tread water for before you died? 15 minutes?
Longer than you.
Absolutely not. We went swimming, dude, after training with Josh, and you almost died 25
Yeah, but I got more
meters.
tigger.
No, you don't, dude. You almost died. Me and Josh had to keep looking back for you to make sure you didn't get sucked underwater.
Listen, it was a bit rough. But I
We
made
had
it.
to swim halfway out of Clavelli. For those of you who don't know, it's like 20 meters wide.
Yeah, but it was rough.
Halfway out. And
It
then
wasn't
back.
calm. It wasn't.
And it was looking back at him, and I just saw him. I saw the panic in his eyes. It was some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. I'm like, I'm going to have to just backstroke out of here just so I can keep an eye on Eddie so he doesn't die. Obviously, I don't want him to die, but also, like, his life is directly tied to my ability to feed my family. So, like, I wanted to make sure he survived. But I haven't seen him in the water since.
Do you know that when I was under 11, Dubbo South Primary School, swimming champion?
I don't believe that, but I'm also like, stranger things have happened.
I mean,
Swimming
yeah,
champ.
Dubbo being, an inland town, you wouldn't expect there to be too many
What are you
great
trying to
swimmers
say?
there.
What are you trying to say?
I don't doubt that you're telling the truth. I
What are you trying to
believe
say?
you is what
He
I'm saying.
believes you.
I believe you.
He believes you. He's merely
It's a
pointing
weird
out.
way of saying it, though.
Well, he's just pointing out that you're like,
It's a weird way of saying it.
You guys probably like
Check the records. Check the books. Check the tapes.
No, dude, we believe you.
I believe you.
We're just saying the competition maybe wasn't as what it would be in some of your more coastal areas because you're like
Why?
swimming in dams and shit.
What? Well, there's pools out there.
Well, I'm sure there are some pools, but it's mainly
So
dams.
swimming races are in
I thought
pools,
your
right?
carnivals were held in dams
Pools.
or like huge puddles.
Just big billabongs.
Yeah.
Shout out to Billabong.
Shout out to Billabong.
We're handing out a pair of Gel Kayano
Oh,
30s.
the Gel Kayanos.
Tobler, how's training?
It's good. Having a bit of a deload week this week because my legs are starting to get a bit fucking cool.
You're getting over it, aren't you, buddy?
It's getting tougher. Running out of playlists and podcasts to listen to, but still grinding.
Do you listen to us?
Yeah, I listen
Do you listen to your heroes?
Even though you're here for them all, do you go, I want to listen to that one back?
Your voices of encouragement ring through my head daily, regardless of if it's through Spotify
Nice.
or,
How many weeks to go?
7.
Wow. I'd be nervous, except I'm
7
not running, so I'm
Yeah,
not nervous.
no, I'm not.
I'm nervous for you, though.
Preparation's been good, though. I'm happy with the preparation. Just needed, the legs, the hips are just getting rusty, so...
I ran 10Ks last week just off the couch. I haven't run for a while. It was fucking easy.
Cute.
Yeah. Just trotting along,
450, I think, punters and dribblers.
Is there?
Yeah.
That is fucking ridiculous.
Something like that.
So,
I was trying to work out the other day, just looking at the tarmac.
yeah, what 450
Looking at a road,
looks
being
like.
what does that look like? What is that?
I wonder if all 450 dribblers running at the same time, whether that's seismic activity, whether that could cause an earthquake.
Dribbler quake.
Yeah. Or a flood of
We need to talk to organisers. I want our own section where we can all get ready together. Maybe our own shitters as well, because they're in hot demand.
dude.
If we can get our own shitters for the boys
that's living.
and girls,
Yes. I feel sorry for the girls having a shit in those things.
we can get it. We can get some. This you probably have to share. Such is the nature.
Listen, it is what it is, right?
Or everyone else is sharing.
Yeah. Unisex, dude.
That lineup last year was tough. It was good,
but I needed
was
to
nervous.
shit.
But
as
I was
well.
nervous.
Everyone needs to poo at that hour of the day, right? That's when pooing needs to be done. You throw in nerves. You throw in
Yep.
maybe a pre-race gel or something.
Yep.
There were so many bogs being done at that.
Oh,
fucking
people
course.
people can get a bit selfish when it comes to bogging. You got to get in there and get out.
Yeah.
You got to pound that dunny and get on with the job.
You got to get your core on. You got
Yeah.
to engage your core
You
before
got to
you walk
squeeze.
in.
Don't let it fall out. You got
gotta
to push that thing.
Push it out.
Correct. Because there's a lot of people waiting to do the same thing.
Health-wise, I'm not encouraging to force a poo out day to day.
Tom,
You let
I'm
your
not
poo come
talking
out on
about
its
that.
own terms on race day.
Race day.
When the whips are cracking.
Whips are cracking. You've got and this year's going to be bigger than ever. You got 14,000 people looking to snap one off.
Yeah.
City Marathon, more shitters this year.
I would actually be saying as well, just to our
Get up extra early
to our students, get up early
and snap one off
and
early.
do a shit.
Yep.
Get up early, pound a black coffee,
Yep.
and then punch one out.
Get one out at home. Because
Yeah.
listen, you probably need to do two.
You probably will have to do another
There's
one.
toilets on the route though, but you don't really want to stop.
You don't
and
want to
shit.
stop and take a shit. I had to stop and piss.
I'd stopped and pissed at the 19-kilometre mark. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah, mine was.
That was before I went on to run the marathon.
It was mid race.
Not quite.
You were in the middle of a marathon.
Yeah, sorry, not the half. I thought halfway.
Oh, halfway. No. I just meant you were running a marathon.
Correct.
Yep.
I pissed in a Portaloo in Centennial Park.
That's exactly what I did.
Just for those that wanted to know.
Yeah. Quick stopover, quick little piss. You squeeze that out too.
That's when my ITB was starting to get sore.
Mine wasn't.
Obviously, I pushed through.
Mine was. That was actually for me, Eddie. That was about maybe 1.5 kilometres before my body started to shut down with cramp.
Are we gonna? We'll probably go into Centennial Park, I reckon, for a perv.
Mate,
a
I
halfway
think-
pump up.
Yeah. Well, not Tobler. We might have to get a couple of. We need to get some footage of the throng of dribblers.
We're not doing that.
No. What we might do is fucking nip home for a snooze.
Great point. Get ready for the night ahead.
Yeah. Or we just go and have a feed, maybe a Bloody Mary somewhere, and
Because it's probably 7 hours till Tobler finishes.
that's the thing, right?
Give or take.
So who are we giving Gel Kayano 30s to, mate?
We are giving him to Ben Taylor.
Ben
Congratulations,
Taylor.
Congratulations.
Now, would you call Taylor? I know it is a first name, but is this a quintessential guy with two first names?
Yes.
Taylor's kind of more of a last name than it is a first name, but it's doubled as a first name.
I knew a Taylor growing up.
Did ya?
Taylor Bartlett, girl.
Taylor Swift. No, it's two first names.
Taylor's a name.
Yeah, it is.
Usually for girls.
Nah,
Can be for boys.
can be for boys.
But the only Taylors I know are girls.
Taylor Lautner, and also Taylor Lautner's wife, Taylor Lautner.
Get fucked.
Yeah.
Get out of
That
here.
guy was
Yeah.
also with Taylor Swift, wasn't he?
I think he might have been
Briefly,
on the
yeah.
point,
So he's got a real thing for Taylors.
Did you pick up something similar on Test Match Special today? Did you listen to it?
Yes.
What did you pick up? Do you remember anything there that's similar to this?
No.
Alistair Cook's wife's name. Alice.
Oh, I didn't pick that up, but yes. He texted. I thought texting her to tell her he was retiring was a bit weird.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, like they'd just been watching In-Betweeners. He didn't want to fucking...
In-Betweeners movie.
In-Betweeners movie.
So funny. Me and Ella shared like a laugh about that because we both like the In-Betweeners and the movies, which we watched recently, which are hilarious.
Yeah,
which are a great way to wind down.
I've watched maybe like 2 episodes of that show. I know it's funny though. I'm not knocking it, but I mean,
It's hilarious.
Look, this is an inside test match special sort of joke. They've become very uppity and annoying in English. I still have to listen to it because it's good content, but they are just... I think maybe it was easier when Australia was winning. And
They're just
really
English.
Shit.
They're just
they
English.
Are English.
Anyway,
well done, Taylor Lautner.
Email turbo@hellosport.com.au. If you still want to join the marathon, sign up.
I've got his email.
He's got his email.
We need his site. Oh, you email him. We'll email you.
Yeah.
Check your emails, Ben.
Check your
Don't
emails.
call us, we'll call you. But that's I wanted to ask, a few dribblers have been hitting us up being like, I can't join the team. I'm like, you can join the team. The code no longer, because
Code's expired. Unfortunately, there's too listen.
We're missing. Like,
we hit our threshold.
we hit our threshold.
Nothing we can do.
No.
You can still join the team.
The fact you're wanting to join now is some balls. But keep coming.
If you've signed up and you still want to join, you can change team in your. If you just log in to the portal, you can change it in there.
And then you're going to get some.
And then when you're signing up, there's like a section about teams, and you just go to Hello Sport. It's crazy, I know.
It's hard, but I am interested, and this is again like we're sort of talking business on the show. But the running merch, like the running shirts that we've got, don't we have like a finite number of those bad boys? Like how can we, if we get more people than shirts, I'll feel bad to those people. But I kind of wouldn't mind getting 500 people. Imagine getting 500 people.
We'll talk to them about that.
We're all partying at the Ivy afterwards as well, just so you know. Just so you know.
All right.
Shout out to Taylor Gooch.
And Taylor Lautner. Of Taylor Lautner's wife's fame.
And Jonathan Taylor Thomas from Home Improvement.
And Jamie Jury of Backyard Blitz fame.
Oh, okay, we're going there. Well, then we're also going Scotty Cam of replaced Jamie Jury in the block.
Was he on the block?
Maybe you replaced him on Backyard Blitz.
Backyard Blitz was better there.
Shout out to Shelley Craft, Saturday Disney.
Backyard Blitz was better. Yeah, Shelley Craft, Saturday Disney. Well done. And shout out to the Logies.
Shout out to the Logies. We're back there. That was nice. Yeah, shout out to the Logies. Australia's premier awards night.
Jamie Drury was on the block.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Was he?
You're welcome.
Didn't have as good a whistle as Scotty, I probably reckon.
Do you reckon he's faking that and they're putting it in post? Yep. I reckon so.
Oh, no, I reckon he can whistle.
I reckon he can whistle, but I think they're putting it in post.
You tell me Scotty Cam can't whistle?
No, I'm saying I'm sure he can, but I think they're juicing it up. I reckon as well, Scotty Cam, he thinks it looks cool to whistle like that.
I have his son's number. Maybe I'll text him and say, can your dad whistle?
Why have you got his son's number?
He used to labour.
He used to labour? His dad couldn't get him a labouring job?
Clearly not.
Scotty
He's a TV builder.
Yeah, but we couldn't get a job on one of the fucking...
TV builder. Doesn't count. It's not the same thing. No offence. But it's not.
Bye-bye.
Could you two just not talk anymore?